Whoa! 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 He's super dead. Holy shit! Okay, well. Let me go make sure my door is locked.
Fuck me, man.
Jesus. Holy fuck! He got... It's like, is it your jugular? The one that all the blood comes out of? He's like dead, right? Jesus Christ.
An update.
An urgent, truly all-out manhunt now enters the second day for the shooter who killed Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist. There's so much video out there from this event. There are 3,000-ish people that were there, including the moment right after the single fatal shot was fired. The crowd at Utah Valley University, as you can see, just breaks out into a run. Chaos trying to search for safety. There's another video that also appears to show a figure ducking and running across a rooftop. You'll see it highlighted right there in a building that's just opposite the event, opposite of where Charlie Kirk was shot. As of now, no suspect has been publicly identified. 2 people were taken into custody, but then released yesterday. Kirk was just 31 years old, a father of 2 children. And he was
31, mate. Fucking 31. He's like 3 years older than me.
Leading figure among young conservatives and also in the broader conservative movement as well. Leaders from across the political spectrum are speaking out, condemning this political violence, condemning this tragedy, with Utah's governor calling it a political assassination. Charlie Kirk was also very close with President Trump, and the president spoke directly to camera in a video from the Oval Office last night, expressing his grief, shock, and anger.
Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America.
Wow.
He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people.
3 years younger. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not 28. I'm 34. I'm older than Charlie Kirk.
He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. This is a dark moment for America. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity.
CNN's Nick Watt is on the scene for us in Utah. Nick, let's talk about the fact that there is still a search for the person who did this. What is the latest there?
I think that's AI. The fuck?
Well, Kate, it is coming up on 17 hours now since Charlie Kirk was shot, that single bullet, as you mentioned, on this campus here in Utah. And as one analyst told us, time just means the ability to get further away for that suspect. Now, as you mentioned, 2 people were detained.
Oh, wait, bro, it's fucking 9/11 today. It's September 11th. Oh, shit. This is kind of like we're just kind of fed up of commemorating that, aren't we? This is kind of like the final push.
And released. According to the governor, he believes they are looking for one person. He calls this a political assassination and intimated that if this person is caught, the death penalty could be sought in this case. Now, we are told by Utah officials that crime scenes, there are now multiple crime scenes based, we're told, on where the suspect and the victim traveled. Now, I want to take you through what we know.
So language doesn't matter. It's not allowed to urge people to ease up on their rhetoric. You can do that if you want. Like, if you want truth for the sake of truth and say, well, actually, they're not Nazis. They're just fascists. They're just 21st century fascists. That's fine. Okay? That makes me really happy. I love that for you. Stop acting like it's going to change fucking anything. Stop acting like it's going to change anything. There will always be one Twitter user that these guys will find and use that as an excuse to go after every mainstream Democrat politician they possibly can. Like, stop acting like it's going to change anything. These guys are setting the tone. They are leading the charge. They're everything. It's all like they dictate, okay? And we just follow. We just respond. Like, that's what MAGA does, right? It's my relationship with MAGA as a fucking content creator. It's how Americans relate to them. That's what they do.
I have some video that was shot from inside a building in the immediate aftermath of that shot.
We don't have to play their game. Who's playing their fucking game, dude? Who's playing their game? Find me one Democrat lawmaker who is playing this game. Who's coarsening the discourse and putting fucking targets on people's backs, making stupid jokes when people die and shit. Hang on. Wait. Bookmarks. Get my bookmarks. Charlie Kirk calls for his audience to post bail for Pelosi's attacker. The guy who attacked Pelosi with a fucking hammer and shit. Was that what he did? Pelosi and her husband.
Politico says top. I mean, I'm looking at Politico.com. I'm looking at the New York Times. I'm looking at all these places, and there's a little bit of mention here. For example, Politico says top Republicans reject any link between GOP rhetoric and Paul Pelosi assault. Of course you should reject any link. Why is the Republican Party, why is the conservative movement to blame for gay schizophrenic nudists that are hemp jewelry makers breaking into somebody's home, or maybe not breaking into somebody's home? Why are we to blame for that exactly? And why is he still in jail? Why is he not been...
What, the people who call everyone fucking traitors and communists and fucking hang Mike Pence and accusing random citizens of engaging in like criminal mastermind voter fraud? Yeah, why are they to blame for people getting a little bit fucking antsy with their... Dude.
And bailed out. By the way, if some amazing patriot out there in San Francisco or the Bay Area wants to really be a midterm hero, someone should go and bail this guy out. I bet his bail's like 30 or 40,000 bucks. Bail him out and then go ask him some questions. I wonder what his bail is. They're going after him with attempted murder, political assassination, all this sort of stuff. I'm not qualifying it. I think it's awful. It's not right. But why is it that in Chicago you're able to commit murder and be out the next day? Why is it that you're able to trespass, second-degree murder, arson, threat of public official, cashless bail? This happens all over San Francisco, but if you go after the Pelosi's, oh, you're let out immediately.
In this clip, he goes on to say the Pelosi thing was awful. They never show that, obviously. Okay. Yeah, he said it was awful, really. He said it was awful that someone tried to kill a fucking lawmaker. Bro, most people wouldn't really have their position shifted if he added that in, because most people are not 4 years old, okay? Most people do not listen to or like watch a scene where a fucking domestic abuser like berates the shit out of their partner, makes them feel useless, makes them feel like fucking human shit, gaslights them, but then reminds them at the very end of the rant that they love them, right? Most people aren't fooled by that. Again, Trump spending fucking an hour giving people all of the building blocks that they needed to go and decide that the only option they had was to go and storm the Capitol, and people chanting fucking hang Mike Pence. But because he wedged in a little peacefully and patriotically, and then people are like, oh, wow, funny you don't mention the peacefully and patriotically, as if that negates the rest of the entire hour of his speech or the rest of the fucking month that he was gassing people up, and knowing that he was gassing people up and then continuing to do the same behavior that resulted in people getting gassed up. Fucking idiots, man.
You see people running. Of course, when one shot is fired on a campus in this country, people suspect a campus shooter. They suspect that there will be more rounds fired. There were not. But in that video, you can see one person running on a rooftop. Now, if that person running was the shooter, they would probably have been positioned on top of the Losi building, which is about 200 yards away from where Charlie Kirk was sitting. There is a direct line of sight across the roof of another building to Kirk. Now, that building, the Losi building, is connected to another building by an elevated walkway. It is easy to access. There's just a railing that somebody could jump over. And in the hours after the shooting, there was police tape, police activity on that roof. So that is where we suspect that the shot was fired from. At about 12:36, so maybe 15 or 16 minutes after the shooting, an officer called in a description of a suspect. He's wearing jeans, black shirt.
To defend the fact that it was likely a left-winger who did this, while at the same time trying to establish a justification for his death. It's kinda ghoulish, mate.
Thanks for the £10. I don't think I'm denying that it was probably a left-winger who did it. What, because I read one chatter saying it was a Groiper? And where's the justification for his death? Are you fucking retarded? Sorry, I don't know how much clearer I need to make it. You don't kill people in America in a fucking democracy over politics. You don't do that. You don't. I was against people shooting fucking Trump, let alone Charlie Kirk. What are you talking about? I'm just not playing this fucking game where MAGA will just act like they're so shocked by this coarsening of rhetoric and try to blame this on people who have gone fucking above and beyond to avoid going into this kind of like territory. And then just constantly act like all the concessions need to come from Democrats, center-left people, social democrats, everyone else. Meanwhile, they just keep on. The wrecking crew on the fucking Republican side just keeps on going. No, I'm not letting them do that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Black mask, long rifle, described as being on top of a building. Now, we also heard from Utah officials that they do have some security camera footage of the person they believe to be the suspect, but those officials were eager to point out that that video is perhaps not of the best quality. So that is what we are working with now. And listen, people who were at this event said there was security, sure, but there was more security for somebody rushing at Kirk with a knife, not necessarily somebody shooting from 200 yards away from the top of a building. Kate.
Nick Watt, thank you for being there. Really appreciate it. John.
All right, with us now, CNN senior law enforcement analyst, former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. Andy, nice to see you this morning. As Nick points out, 17 hours now into this manhunt. What needs to be happening?
What's this? Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, please. Right. Why don't you start with the President of the United States?
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember. She was asked about Dems toning down their rhetoric. Fucking Dems. Bro.
Oh, please. Right. Why don't you start with the President of the United States? Right? And every ugly meme he has posted and every ugly word. Oh, please.
Straight to the point. I didn't expect her to say that. Did not expect that. Hello, Aaron.com.
Order to catch this perpetrator.
Yeah, so first of all, John, you're absolutely right to start with the clock. The clock is not your friend if you are in the middle of this investigation. As Nick mentioned, every hour that goes by,
Wait, how long ago was it when a Democrat politician was actually murdered by a right-winger in America? Wasn't there that guy who went on a fucking spree? It was like 2 months ago, wasn't it? Jan 6. No, it was not Jan 6. It was this year. Was it Minnesota or it was a northern state, wasn't it? Melissa Hortman. Tim Walz has reportedly backed out, but he was slated to headline the Twin Cities No Kings protest today. Protest in quote marks, nice one. Total shocker that smearing a duly elected president who won an overwhelming electoral mandate, overwhelming, dude, as a fascist or a king leads to violent political radicalization. Remember, if you call Republicans fascist, they think that you're responsible for stoking for fanning the flames. And I think this was because, yeah, was it Minnesota politician killed Melissa Hortman, yeah. Democratic Party. Yeah, she died, yeah. Ugh! Was it a shooter or like a stat? It was a shooting, right? And where is the profile of the guy who killed her? There were more. Yeah, this guy went on a fucking little spree, didn't he? Vance Bolter.
This is what happens when politics turn into team sports for the unfulfilled. Tragic.
Thanks for the €10. He had a list. Texted his wife, prepare for war. Religious zealotry. Yeah, this guy was a right-winger. But I guess before it emerged that he was a right-winger, Charlie Kirk was trying to blame Tim Walz for it. It's fucking mental, man. Absolutely insane.
Gets further away, has a better opportunity to seek shelter, support, things like that, and of course to travel. So what needs to be happening, there are kind of two fronts on this investigation right now. There's of course the crime scene, and they're going to want to exploit every aspect that they possibly can for investigative leads. The most important location being, of course, where we think the shooter delivered those rounds from. They may still be thinking that location is the roof, the part of the roof that we saw taped off. And if that's the case...
Oh, this is the guy, wasn't it? Vance Bolter. Top Democrat in the Minnesota House and her husband, wounding a state senator and his wife, pleaded not guilty Thursday in federal court. 6 counts of murder, federal death penalty. Largest manhunt in Minnesota history. Yeah, because this guy had a lot of content, didn't he? Motivations remain murky. Evangelical Christian, politically conservative views, struggling to find work. Long lists of politicians in Minnesota and or other states, all or mostly Democrats. If you hadn't ignored my super chat, you'd have another example too. LOL. Oh. There's just so many of them. They're coming in fast today. Ryan Walsh. In Pennsylvania, the governor's mansion was set on fire. Okay. Oh yeah, Tim Walz was on the list. Jesus.
They'll be going over it with a fine-tooth comb. The next piece is expanding out from that shooter's perch, and that is obtaining any potential piece of video capture that is anywhere in the area that could lead to that roof. So you're not just looking for video of the roof, you're looking for every hallway, every parking garage, everything in which where somebody could have traveled in front of a camera in an effort to get there. And everyone who's picked up on that video has to be located, has to be identified, located, and interviewed. You're going to want to look then further out towards vehicles that entered and exited the campus, and particularly that parking garage. If they have that sort of coverage on their parking facilities, they're going to identify those vehicles. They're going to identify the owners of every single one of them, wherever they may be, and interview those people as well. While this crime scene, this expansive crime scene work is going on, the Bureau is also going to be working with Mr. Kirk's security team, and his business associates to understand as much as they can about his communications and any communications he may have received that were threatening. In this day and age, that can be a lot, right? He was a guy with a big social media presence, a provocative person. And so they are going to try to identify all of those communications that seem even remotely threatening and trace them back to their to the people who made those, and hopefully identify and interview people out of that batch as well. It's a very broad, very broad aperture they're working with right now, but but unfortunately, that's what they're stuck with.
So broad, particularly because this was a public event. It was meant to attract as many people as possible. There was nothing secretive about the location or, in fact, the movement surrounding the event itself. Andy, there is someone who carried out an assassination of a prominent political figure on the run this morning. How dangerous could this individual still be?
Hey, Lonerbox, thanks for the $6.99 Canadian. Hey, Lonerbox, did you say the bulletproof vest theory? They say Kirk's vest deflected the bullet into his neck. Might have been better off without one. Okay. Dude, wow. Okay, that's insanely... Listen, if you say, like, intergalactically retarded shit, I appreciate the dono, but I'm gonna still call you retarded. I'm sorry. Bro, what? What are you trying? I don't even, whatever. You got me.
The danger presents...
It's like, you know, in The Simpsons, Mr. Burns, he's got like so many diseases that none of them can actually like establish any dominance in his body, so he's fine. It's like that in my head, but with like insults. I'm just, none of them are coming out. They're all just kind of wedging each other, squeezing out in my mouth.
By that subject is limitless. This is a person who engaged in a exceedingly violent act of violence in front of thousands of people and was able to pull it off with a high degree of skill. There was planning that went into this, in the acquiring of the weapon and transportation to the location, in knowing how to escape, figuring out escape routes, and then of course the training that goes into delivering a shot like that. It's not impossible, and in a place where, a place like Utah that has a pretty expansive gun culture, there's a lot of hunters and sport shooters in the state. So there are potentially a large pool of people who have the skills to be able to do that. But this person knows that capture means certain prison for the rest of your life under the best circumstances. It could also mean the death penalty. So facing those kind of stakes, this person wants to get away more than anything else in the world. And anyone who gets in, who obstructs him in his escape, is someone who's taking their life in their hands.
And the clock.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess there's not much else to do for now. There's some FBI statements. There's like 2 updates. There's news coverage. But primarily, though, in order of importance, I guess we have to go through all of the American idiot reactions, don't we?
All right, everyone, you are watching live now from Fox. Again, we appreciate everyone continuing to join us during this breaking news of Charlie Kirk, dead at the age of 31, shot and killed at a rally in Utah. And now we are learning that the suspect, well, there is no suspect right now under custody because...
There's a video by an ex-sniper analyzing the shot if you want. Listen, you don't need to tell me how sniping jobs work, okay? Listen, he got shot in the neck and he died. That's...
The police says they had someone detained. They were questioning that person, but that person has now been released. So that is the new information that we have. It's been really a back and forth between the FBI, the local police officials there on the ground, and we are still waiting for more of a clear direction from this investigation. But this was the moments just a little bit ago, and the governor as well as the police giving their update and saying at the time that they did have someone detained, but unfortunately, that is not true anymore. That person has now been released. So we will keep an eye on this for you right here on Live Now from Fox. All right, moving on. I want to take you now out to the White House because we are getting word that we have some video now of President Trump with a recorded statement on the passing of Charlie Kirk. Let's listen in.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica,
the back window moose. Stop.
Young,
he's dying. Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Beloved children and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense.
Something just flash. I can't stop.
On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible.
By the way, rhino traitor, radical left, communist. Fuck, bro. Dude.
The terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler.
Trump is very clear. He's very clear. He's not saying we need to tone down the rhetoric. He's saying you need to tone down the rhetoric. You. Meanwhile, fucking what? Listen. This is the world, okay? And I will explain this in a Weimar Republic analogy, okay? Because I have read the Spark Notes recently, okay? Buck, here are the Social Democrats, okay? They're an analogy for the Democrats, right? Here, the KPD, and here are the Nazis. See, it's a left-right spectrum, okay? And for the purpose of this analogy, Social Democrats did engage in some violence, okay? They had their own little militant wing. But at the end of the day, really, these two guys, the KPD, the Nazis, they want democracy to fall. They are anti-Weimar Republic, okay? They don't want the Weimar Republic to survive. They want it to collapse. They fucking hate it. They want their own versions of authoritarian rule. The SPD are trying to keep it standing, okay? So when you get into this world where Nazis and KPD people are fucking trashing the institutions and the system that they live in and trying to destroy it and being insanely violent in their rhetoric and in their actions and very authoritarian and very, like, not even shy about their ambitions. But then some fucking Nazi guy dies, okay? And you know what the Nazis do? They say, wow, hey, excuse me, this would never have happened had you communists not been so rabid with the rhetoric. And the SPD are sitting here like, yeah, I guess the communists are being a bit mental. And the Nazis are sitting there thinking, like, when they say communists, they're doing this, right? They're doing this. They will always lump you together. Okay, do you see the analogy I'm making here? What we have here is we have Republicans, Trump, and we have Democrats, liberals, social democrats, and we have crazy commie fucks on Twitter. And really, when you look at the power balance, it's not like this at all, okay? It's not like this in the fucking slightest. These guys are the fucking president. These guys are opposition, and these guys are on fucking Twitter. They have no power. They have nothing. They have nothing. And you're gonna act like this is all like, oh, we all need to really soften the tone. No, bro, these guys need to fucking chill. They need to stop doing this shit. Just because these guys are fucked does not mean that you can act like there's any kind of fucking parity happening here. That's why, and again, there have been studies on this. When you look at terrorism in the United States, you know, people actually do studies on whether or not left-wing or right-wing people dominate terrorist actions in the United States. You would never guess who dominates terrorist action in the United States the last 20 years. It's fucking right-wingers. It's right-wingers. It's people going into fucking shopping centers, fucking fueled on great replacement theory, going to shoot people. It's fucking January 6th where they tried to literally overthrow the government because this fucking tangerine tinted fucking retard thought he won the election and decided to go against every fucking Republican loyalist that he could because they were like, yeah, we support you. We just need like a little bit of evidence, please. And then Trump goes on Twitter, calls them traitors, calls them enemies of the fucking nation and enemies of the Republican Party. And then lo and behold, within 24 hours, you get a bunch of fucking redneck inbred fucking mutants outside their doors with guns, making their fucking kids shit the bed and cry and having fucking nightmares. And they have to move house. And then another Republican doesn't come through for Trump. And then Trump is like, oh, well, seems that whenever I call a Republican a traitor, my fucking mutant mob of morons comes and descends upon these people like a ton of bricks. You know, I guess that, you know, maybe I'll just do that. All I need to do is call them rhinos and traitors. I guess that results in quite a lot of political action. And then he goes and does a fucking speech and talks about how, oh, no shit, we, here's like 59 minutes about how no one's going to help. You got stiffed. You've got betrayed by
if you're
black.
with understanding Nazi Germany,
fuck off.
Hitler and his
Trump's going to be like, you got 59 minutes going, oh yeah, you got betrayed by black, coke dealing, hustling, balletier, fraud fucks, random women passing around a stick of gum or whatever. You got stiffed by the media. You got stiffed by the Democratic Party. You got stiffed by the fucking institutions. You got stiffed by my Supreme Court judges. But we're going to go down to the Capitol. We're going to show strength. We got all the fucking power in the world. We're going to take it back. But also, peacefully, peacefully. And then when they're fucking breaking down the barricades and shattering the fucking glass and barging into the building, Trump's like, stay peaceful, keep being peaceful when you're not being peaceful. Excuse me, while I guzzle some fucking Diet Coke down my decrepit terminal fucking gizzard. Dude. And every time there's some fucking right-wing terror attack in the United States, it gets in the news for what, like a few days? No one gives a fuck. I forgot about that Minnesota politician who got fucking attacked by some crazy evangelical, like, right-wing nutter. I forgot about that. Because their reaction is one of, like, we'll yap about it a little bit until it's proven that they're definitely right-wing, and then we're going to be like, how are we to blame? The personal responsibility. There should have been more good guys with guns there, I guess. Like Utah, which is an open carry. Fuck me. And do you know what happens? Again, I guarantee you, liberal media is also complicit. You are a fucking retard, okay? You are the dumbest cunt. Liberal media is the most, like, well-behaved, generous, fucking... Actually, yeah, they are complicit. Because they let people get away with this. This is going to be the liberal media's universal fucking response. This is why you know what, like when Piers Morgan has to take on fucking Destiny when he makes fun of some dude getting shot, because he's like the only Democrat supporter who will do that. He's the only one apparently in that entire country of 330 million people who goes down that road. Everyone else universally, and not to mention the legislators will do this for Charlie Kirk.
Blind and stupid. Dennis and his party are. You know, I wonder if you know anything about economics at all.
Mr. Robbins, your view.
Well, now that Michael has allowed me to get a word in, I have to say I've never heard such rubbish. And to think that this man is in the government is quite frightening. I resent that snide remark. It's exactly the kind of thing I have come to expect from your kind of politician. My kind of politician? If only the public knew to what depth some people will stoop when they enter the house. This is the kind of politician who will be greatly missed. A great parliamentarian of our time and a close personal friend. I am Hartford.
Do you see what I'm saying? And Because the fact is that by the same token of like the brain of a high school bully, these guys don't see it when it comes from themselves, or they pretend not to, or they don't care, or they think it's righteous. But they see some people on Twitter celebrating Charlie Kirk's death with no power, and then they will just blame it on the entire Democratic Party. Like, it's just, look at this fucking, this absolute psycho as well.
I'm gonna say this. Democrats own what happened today. I am...
Fucking why, bro? What? Why?
Devastated. My kids have called panicking. They probably, all the kids of every conservative in the country call panicking. Just because you speak your mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot.
Then by that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Absolutely not.
Political...
Isn't this on both sides?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm asking
We
a
don't
serious
know what
question.
condition Charlie Kirk is in right now. Some raging leftist lunatic put a bullet through his neck, and you want to talk about Republicans right now? No.
No, I'm asking
no, not at all.
You said
this is 100. This is deliberate, right? This is the deliberate actions of someone who wants her side, enjoys it when her side is violent, or at best doesn't care. Like that's like, this is like actually abuse. That she's human shielding. She is gonna fucking gather Charlie Kirk's fucking bones out of the ground and wave them in front of any fucking media accountability for the next fucking 10 years.
No, this is on. Democrats own this.
But isn't there a problem with political violence across the spectrum?
Yeah, we're talking about Charlie Kirk right now. That's the subject of.
We're talking about Charlie Kirk right now. We'll get back to you on that right-wing violence at some point. Yeah, at some point. Why are you not acknowledging the fact that this is most likely a left-wing attacker? Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, in case you guys aren't aware, there are about 365 days in a year, 7 days in a week, 24 hours in a day. If you get shot in the neck, you'll probably die, most likely. The shooter was most likely a left-winger. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, it's quite a high likelihood, prick. What else do you want to know?
This that we're talking about right now. Democrats own this 100%. And I'm going to say
why? Why? Oh God.
Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others. Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God.
He poses all of these things. It's so fucking transparent, dude. Oh God. But listen, we can't compare any of this to Nazi shit. You know, there's no similarity whatsoever.
God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close.
This was from 2020 in America. Maybe there's been an enormous fucking shift. This is during BLM. Right-wing terror has always exceeded. Like, right-wing is the light blue one there, religious is red, and then left-wing is the green one. I mean, okay. Again, it's literally like social media fucking doom scroll brain. It's just people like, they think reality is just, they think like their fucking social media feed is just an accurate representation and a proportionate representation of all reality. Was that USA? Yes. Like, if this were Hassan getting shot by a fucking right-winger, they would just be like, they just call it mental illness, you know? Like, this Republican's just mentally ill. Right, order of importance. Who else do we have? Oh, let's just go random. H3.
Ends the video. The whole capstone on the video is him being like, "Oh, an H3 crew, I have something important to say. Go fuck yourself."
Yep.
Yeah.
Amateur hour. That's all he's got.
That was my thing. Is like, well,
We will
we'll
get
watch
to it.
Yes, yes.
But also,
Trump's
get to
speech
it.
sounded better. in
also, I want to
German.
say at the very top here is that what happened to Charlie Kirk this morning was horrific. I deeply, deeply, deeply condemn it in all possible terms. Anyone celebrating this in any way should be forever shamed, forever vilified. It's just horrible, and it's different, by the way, when you hear somebody was shot, and then when there's a close-up video of it, which I saw it. I saw the close-up video, and I was breathless. I mean, it was just horrifying. And this is someone who's in our space, right? And, you know, there are people making these types of death threats.
He is actually like at least he's only like 1 or 2 steps removed from most streamers. Like most streamers know someone who's met Charlie Kirk. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Oh.
Right.
I mean, that's exactly the reason we haven't done live shows.
H3's chat was very respectful too. Yeah, because these guys represent the average Democrat, like center-left person's position on this. Like, just so you guys know, right? Like I said, I mean, when we need to talk about this Democrat violence, and meanwhile, like H3 and shit, H3, like they're quite edgy, you know, but they're just gonna thoughts and prayers and be respectful and say you shouldn't do this, and it's all gonna be very uncontroversial. And Democrat and MAGA will treat these people the same way they treat fucking tankies. Like they'll just do it.
This is a total inevitability.
Yeah.
We don't know who shot. I think, is the gunman still at large? They thought it was some old dude, but now it seems like it
might be the old guy. It might not be.
Seems unclear
unsure.
at the moment.
Yeah. I feel like an old guy doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know old people are engaged with Charlie Kirk that much. But who knows? We'll find out. But the guy, he has 2 kids. He has a daughter and a 1-year-old son.
And a wife.
A wife. And I'm against political violence in all forms, in any case, in any situation, right? And someone who's Charlie Kirk, who I'm deeply ideologically opposed to, is still a fucking, you know...
Doesn't matter.
Exactly. I mean, listen, if this is the world you want to live in, then this is not just going to affect Charlie Kirk. I know a lot of leftists, and probably a lot of leftists who are foaming at the mouth about me, are probably thinking that I'm just as bad as he is. And frankly, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable going outside. I'm scared for myself and my family. And, you know, when I say that, these guys like to laugh about it. And it's like, when does the laughter stop? It's disturbing. And I know that none of you in our chat will be celebrating this or saying anything positive about it. I know you guys are on the same page as me, and don't give in to any desire to think this is a good thing. I know our chat is going to be respectful. I know you guys are the best. I mean, we know, man.
But needless to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, we're not going to allow it. If anybody wants to make a joke about this,
no, they'll be permanently.
That will not be allowed.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't think you're going to see much activity like that. And this is also why when Luigi fucking assassinated this CEO, I personally was one of the few people that was like, or on the left was like, this is unequivocally fucked up.
Yeah.
This is bad. This person is a murderer. This is political violence. And this is not something that we should ever celebrate. And you look back at the coverage of them, and everybody on the left is kind of like dabbing this dude up.
Thirsting for him, flat out.
Thirsting for him, which is normal for murderers. So the thirsting thing is kind of its own separate strange psychological phenomenon.
I've personally seen people having like a picture of him in their phone case.
Yeah.
Yeah, or ads, fake ads on Instagram.
I don't know.
So this is something that I've been against, obviously, and even in that case, I thought it was horrific. This is not, and well, like I said at the time,
this is insufferable. What are you talking about? Again, like, I think it's just worth reminding people that this is the average center-left Democrat response. This is what this will be. That Nancy Mace fucking psycho is going to tell it that this is on people like him, you know? People were saying that he was making it about himself. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ethan cried over fucking Gaza. Did people forget that? Okay.
And people on the left were even criticizing me. They go, oh, Ethan was talking bad about Luigi. How much has he changed? That was my point. He went out and murdered this guy, right? What changed? Not a single fucking thing changed. That's not how we enact change. And so I wouldn't recommend watching the video.
Do you disagree with this? I mean, on a personal level, I understand it because like I'm in a smaller version of the same boat, you know? Like if me or Ethan like get fucking murked, it's not going to be by a right winger. I mean, maybe stop the boats, the fucking British right wingers, who knows? But as it stands now, it seems like the people who have made the most efforts to get me hurt are left wingers. I don't know if I ever told you guys, or maybe showed you. I've mentioned it before. I don't know if I've actually showed it. But yeah, obviously, because Ethan might be looking at a lot of the same people who are celebrating Charlie Kirk getting killed, and they're probably a lot of the same people or the same rhetoric or the same profile pictures or whatever as the ones who are wanting him to die, right? And obviously, he's a big name, so that's like a lot of people. And what's the golden rule? It only takes one. It only takes one person with one fucking bullet, and you're dead. Like that's it, over. A life gone. So I can see him feeling that way on a personal level, like especially close to this. But like, it's just if you're going to talk about the broader political landscape, there is a risk, I think, of like making it seem like as if this like worsening of rhetoric and amplification of violence is not like primarily the baby of the American right. Like, yeah. I guess I could show this now because I moved. It's not my address anymore. Let me see. But yeah, like, wait, did I show this? I don't think I showed this before. I can show it now because it's an old address. Thankfully, the incompetence of progressive victory. I don't think these guys knew that. Wait, why are you freezing? Why are you doing this to me? If you can censor. No, it's just like this was an Instagram story that Gorgeous George decided to put out a little while ago. And it's clear fucking instructions of how to get to my address. Certain YouTuber who thinks the IDF should be allowed to shoot kids in the head. Yeah, that's literally me. I love it when the IDF shoots kids in the head, apparently. Resident of Aberdeen, Scotland, justifies the murder of Palestinian babies, claiming that they are militants. Never actually believed or said that. This is not abstract stuff. These people are not AI. They're not characters. They're physically existing people in the real world. It's like, yeah, this guy wants to get me fucking killed. I don't know why people act like it's a joke. Like it's fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, at a personal level, you can understand people seeing like the Charlie Kirk shit and thinking like, well, a lot of the same people celebrating that shit would feel exactly the same way for someone like me or Ethan or whatever else. But at the end of the day, I'm also like a political commentator, you know. So when we're talking about the United States and who is actually responsible for the mad amplification of this kind of rhetoric and action. Yeah, that's MAGA. This is MAGA's doing. What was this? Oh God, this absolute fucking loser. Rabbi Shmuley. Rabbi Shmuley decided to make the Charlie Kirk fucking assassination about himself and getting donos. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Donate, protect Rabbi Shmuley. Today, we witnessed another attempt to silence pro-Israel voices. We're reminded of the constant threats facing Rabbi Shmuley. For years, he has stood boldly for Israel and the Jewish people, yet he has been physically assaulted in Vienna, Miami, Sydney, and even Times Square. The dangers are real. They only continue to grow. To ensure his safety and his ability to continue this vital work, we urgently need to raise funds for cameras, fencing, and professional security personnel. Without these protections, Shmuley and his family remain exposed to unacceptable risk. Dude, this guy is literally like, this is a psyop, right? The amount of things that Rabbi Shmuley does, where he is like, you see every stereotype that a right-winger or an anti-Semite has about Jews, Rabbi Shmuley just listens to it and just like puts in his fucking notebook on his to-do list. Like, what the fuck?
But for me,
you thought it was a fundraiser for Kirk's family. You naive little child. Are you sure it's not fake? No, that's not fake. No, that was all over the shop, that one. Let me double check, actually. I think it was, I'm pretty sure this was real. Yeah, there's a couple of well, like kind of articles about it. Let's see. Yeah, no, this fundraiser is real. It's from this year, and it's only 1% complete. Yeah, help us protect Shmuley and his work. Being targeted and attacked all over the world. Yeah, he might have published it on 22nd of May. But yeah, this is what he's promoting. He's using Charlie Kirk's thing to promote it. And thankfully, he's only got 9 donations. But, yeah, okay. Bro. Actual fucking lunatic.
It's terrifying.
Did you see Netanyahu's statement? He said, pray for Charlie Kirk or some shit, right? I didn't see any more than that.
I feel like it's such a terrifying moment for everybody, and to understand this is what we've come to, and I can't help but think about the poor wife, you know,
and kids. Yeah, we've all been scared. Some of us have been looking into getting our concealed license permit.
Yeah.
But seeing it like that definitely made it more realistic and very scary.
I've avoided watching the video, but I heard Ethan's reaction when he saw it. I was like, I knew that was something you don't see every day.
I was brought to tears then because I don't know. I don't think I need to explain it anymore. But I hope people take this seriously. Anyway, we got Boba.
I think that, well, the people who got shocked or reacted to this is like, it's, they all have a couple of things. Like, well, they either are parents or they actually knew Charlie personally, right? Like, that's the,
And shout out Boba, right?
Yeah.
Makes everything better.
Okay.
Nate, not right now.
Nick, be respectful, man.
Come on, Nate. God.
All right, without further ado, let's shake that off. We have a big, fun episode planned. This is my favorite types of content to make, period.
Does this kind of stuff ever make you want to avoid doing public events? Not really. The thing that makes me want to avoid doing public events is that I just don't really like people. When I was in Tel Aviv at that meetup, you know, the one where Destiny allegedly gave people instructions on how to commit war crimes without getting caught or whatever. So obviously when I was there, I just thought I would go to my little group and hang out with them because I had a little group of my own community there. But then a bunch of the people just started like swarming around me, and they made a circle around me because people wanted to ask me questions or get selfies and all that shit. So we basically had like two moving spheres, like two moving orbits, Destiny and me. And yeah, Sev had to scare them away by speaking Arabic very loudly, coming up to me. But I was surrounded by that crowd, and I was like, bro, I've come to think of it, I've said some pretty unhinged shit about Israel at different times, you know? And I think one of the first questions I was asked was about like Israel's public facing or whatever the fuck, and how to remedy it or whatever the fuck. And I think I opened my answer with, well, as someone who hates Israel a lot less than I used to, like, but nah, I don't know. Or being outside a checkpoint that's literally fucking covered in black because of a Molotov cocktail that was thrown at it a few days earlier. Being like swarmed by a bunch of fucking little kids in the West Bank. Like, and again, it's just kids, right? But this was, I think maybe the person who was showing us around told us a story about a week earlier about a kid who got shot for trying to stab a soldier, right? And I'm like, walking around looking very Western and like, oh no, yeah, there's a few moments, or like when you're, or even with that fucking settler guy, that was the worst. Yeah, so I don't know, like, yeah, I've had a few moments where I've thought like, yeah, like one wrong move, like, yeah, and something really bad could happen. But I don't know. I think life is generally too short to miss out on doing things on the risk that you get killed. I don't know. Generally. But I don't know, moments like this make me think of a little bit of fucking... Were there any other moments in my town, though? What? Besides the Hamas flags? No, not really. Kfar Qasim was very quiet and chill.
Point blank.
Yeah. Before this happened, right before the show, leading up to it, we were all like, today is our biggest party.
I was hyped.
It is a party today.
I was so hyped when I heard he's working on a video about his haters. I was like, this is going to be good. And it was better, aka worse, than I even imagined. It couldn't. Have you watched it, Tom?
No, I'm excited.
Wow.
And Tom was also beefing with Anissa. Anissa came for Galia and Tom for some reason on Twitter.
And I'm glad she did. Because I got to show off my skills of shitting on people.
Oh my God.
Violated her. Actually,
Absolutely
let's start
amazing.
by looking at those.
Absolutely, let's go.
Your tweets, phenomenal.
I mean, you come at the king, you best not miss.
Yeah. They don't know about Tom.
They don't know about...
Okay. AB's monologue about being mixed Arab and Irish. I'm good, dude. It's too long. I mean, yeah, being Arab in a Western country kind of fucking sucks sometimes. What can I say? Whether it's people blaming you for 9/11 or people I don't know, thinking you're a groomer, rapist. People purity testing you on fucking Israel-Palestine. Yeah, not good. Self-hating Arab, dude. Please don't be Arab. Please don't be Arab. Please. Guy who shot Charlie Kirk. Please don't be Arab. AB confessed to being a Judas live on the... Shut up. Maybe later. Okay. Hassan Piker.
Seconds. Was it point blank or from afar? I have no idea.
Oh, we need the chat
I
for
don't
this.
know.
We need the chat.
Disavow quickly and vehemently for your own safety? Yeah, no shit, dude. What the fuck do you mean? Of course. I don't think you guys understand. I was supposed
for your own safety. Dude. Oh god, it's fucking 2016 alt-right like disavow, 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 disavow.
to debate him in a public setting
Yeah.
like a month from now. Obviously, like even aside from the principle of it all, no shit. It's also
I don't think Hassan is the kind of guy to like Hassan's created a monster. That's his problem. I think he actually is a bit more normal than what he espouses, like the rhetoric and shit like that. I think a lot of the rhetoric he just kind of says because he thinks it's like because people who are smarter than him have said it, and it like makes him feel fucking good about himself. I don't know. Let's see.
What's up, Charlie? How you doing?
You gotta send me commission on all the YouTube videos you make about me.
Anyway,
oh no. Oh, not that.
I genuinely think he's terrified.
Not that. No way. Okay. Damn. Charlie died winning.
for my own personal safety as well. The fuck? I'm also, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm also a public figure who does political commentary, who was supposed to debate Charlie Kirk in a public setting at Dartmouth University a month from now. I assume it's not going to happen now, obviously.
This is before he's found out that he's actually dead. Yeah, okay.
UVU, I go to UVU and I got this emergency message. UVU alert. A single shot was fired on campus towards a visiting speaker. Police are investigating now. Suspect in custody. Yeah, that debate is canceled. Yeah. I don't think that debate is happening any longer, chatters. What the fuck? Stop going to public events, bro, for real? Yeah. Bro, stop cancel your public events. Hogs are going to want revenge. What do you mean? Supposedly that I'm gonna guess there has to be Hasanabi heads that were there. Can they report it? There's some Hasanabi heads here, but yes, the Dartmouth debate was supposed to happen in 15 days from now. I was supposed to debate Charlie Kirk in 15 days at Dartmouth University. But obviously that's not going to happen any longer, I suspect. Here's footage of the man that allegedly shot Charlie Kirk.
Allegedly, good. Yeah, turns out not to be him. I thought that yesterday as well. It's probably the
They're
same tweet.
suspecting. That's what it seems like.
Yes, we're very proud. We're very proud of your what a mofo does to get out of a debate jokes. Yes, well done.
It's like an old dude. You know what's going to be safest for you, but I think chatters are saying that hogs don't think straight and will want revenge against you for some reason. People just wanting you to be careful. Revenge isn't another commentator, not that you had anything to do with it in particular. Stay safe. Yes, no, I understand that. Yes, chatters. Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck. I watched it. I watched a video. It looks like it's just he gets shot. There's only one footage that we've seen, one piece of footage that we've seen so far. It's this one where you briefly see it and the camera moves.
He hasn't seen the full one yet. Okay.
Camera pans away.
He hasn't seen the
right
the front
after he
row.
gets shot.
Fuck.
But there is a screenshot from the photo where there's a screenshot from the footage that shows that there's like blood coming out of his neck. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know anything beyond that. This is the most insane fucking situation. We have no additional evidence or no news beyond the fact that the police have already said that it was a single shot that was fired at UVU. Police said there's a worse clip on Twitter from the front row. Send that to me as well. But my point is, he gets shot, and he gets shot in the neck, and the campus police statement on it was single shot fired against event speaker, and the shooter has been the suspect has been apprehended. So that leads me to believe that most likely the guy that shot him was probably the old guy, because he is the guy that has been apprehended. Candace Owen says, everyone please stop what you're doing and pray for Charlie Kirk, please. There is a close-up. There is a closer footage of Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck here as well, where you can oh, he's dead. Oh my God, he's definitely dead. Oh my God, I can't believe I just saw that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, he definitely got shot in the neck. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. He definitely got shot in the neck. Oh my God.
Okay, we get one joke. This is my face when I realize I've just dodged a slightly challenging debate. Okay, there we go. All right, read his chat. It's like there's lots of fucking monkas. Crossed fingers, Keck W. Now I'll pray for trans kids instead. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
This must be like really close to home for him as well, because they were obviously going to be. They've met before, like at least twice, and they were going to debate again, like within a month.
Oh yeah, no, I that footage. That you do not want to see that. You do not want to see that. You do not want to see that. That footage, the close-up footage shows very clearly immediately blood pouring out of his jugular. He gets shot in the neck, blood pouring out of his jugular, like an unimaginable amount of blood pouring out of his jugular. There is very, very little chance that he survived that. I don't know. I don't know if he did, but it doesn't seem like it.
Just
oh my God.
This here to keep this message on the banner. Don't bother watching the close-up video. It's fucked up and there's nothing for you to gain from watching it.
Yeah, obviously. Like if that stuff has any effect on you, just don't bother. Don't look for it. Don't go on Twitter for a while. Yeah.
God, that was fucking devastating. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. Oh my Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, America is so absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Fox News is covering it now.
At least one person in chat got it. Please don't be trans.
So not even 30 minutes ago, 29 minutes ago, he had posted images of himself before this huge crowd
at Utah Valley University there outside of Provo. And he said, we're so back. You could see there was enthusiasm. He was passing hats around. You can watch him on video. This was posted half an hour ago of him doing that and greeting this crowd. He is somebody that
people said his chat was actually worse than this. I don't know. Hard to feel bad for a man that would have had me rot in a foreign concentration camp. Guns, no mental health. Ideological enemy, but human nonetheless. Yeah, like what's the big deal? Fucked around and found out. Hate the guy and that was horrible to watch. Only fuels their fire, makes them a martyr. Twitter going crazy, civil war, gun control. Okay. Good luck, buddy. Okay.
The Trump campaign, as Kristen was noting, utilized very effectively to harness his leadership in this conservative activist movement, again with young people, young men specifically. We've talked about this
emotes only. Okay.
A lot when we look back. Charlie Kirk is the heart of that effort. They relied on him and his organization a lot for their ground game in a lot of the states around the country. And so this is somebody who obviously has a huge voice inside conservative American politics, a big Trump supporter, but obviously now in this really unfortunate, horrific experience is going to be at the center of a conversation about political violence, I would imagine, that we're going to be having in the aftermath of this horrific event.
Oh, certainly. And there's a lot of reason to be concerned right now as we do not know his status. We don't know how he's doing, and we're awaiting word certainly of that. As you mentioned, it says a lot about where we are as a nation when it comes to violence in politics. Can you talk a little bit about...
Aren't these unhinged people banned in chat? I can't really see the unhinged people. Do they just not appear on the replay, or would it show up on his screen? I don't know.
What he was doing in Utah. He was going to universities to speak to young people.
Yeah, and organizing them. And again, that's why I was literally, you can just bring it up from his Twitter page a little while ago. You can see
what happened
it's
to
not
him.
Just like sometimes.
Charlie Kirk was doing an event, one of the classic events that he does, like a Change My Mind style event at Utah, at a campus on Utah, at UVU campus. He was sitting under a tent. One shot rings out. And immediately his jugular opens up and...
Oh yeah, I can see them now. There's a couple of them. Like was like America KKK live streaming a genocide. There's something there about fascist down. Let's go. Okay. Pack watch. Okay.
At UVU campus
to speak to young people.
I don't know. You guys might not like this, but they're like there's some of this sentiment, which seems nasty, is actually what I kind of agree with. And people are saying, like, I can't, like, how am I going to feel sorry for someone who was so involved and so complicit in this, like, amping up of rhetoric? Well, bro, yesterday I was out with a few friends. And one of them was trans, and we were talking about this event. And I'm just like it's quite weird for me to stand next to someone who is literally like if Charlie Kirk actually could, he would have you in like forced conversion therapy. Like, and there's like someone standing next to me, and I'm like, that would happen to you if Charlie Kirk had his way, for no fucking, like, no reason, no science, no nothing, no fucking diversity of opinion. It's just he would just torture you for no reason if he could. So I'm just like, bro, what do you want me to do? Like, fuck.
Yeah, and organizing them. And again, that's why I was...
Like, politics it's real life at the end of the day. It's not just like fun and games doing these debates and streaming and shit. But
literally, you can just bring it up from his Twitter page a little while ago. You can see
what happened
it's
to
not
him.
Just like sometimes.
Charlie Kirk was doing an event, one of the classic events that he does, like a Change My Mind style event at Utah, at a campus on Utah, at UVU campus. He was sitting under a tent. One shot rings out.
Human life is a human life. So yeah, I know it is. I don't think it's like, again, I don't know why people are, am I just like, am I the autistic person who's like slightly more emotionally complex than half the fucking chat? Like, just because I feel bad about someone dying or someone's like, kids getting fucking orphaned or the mother losing her husband and everything, or the parents losing their son or people losing friends. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, I don't know what you want me to do. If you want me to like sit here and fucking like do the whole classic like, he was a great man, he was a great talent and all this, like no, I'm not gonna like just start changing my opinion on someone just because they died. Like, yeah, fuck. No, I'm not okay with Charlie Kirk getting gibbed. What's wrong with you?
And immediately his jugular opens up and blood is just pouring out of his fucking neck. I saw it. I'm confirming it. I'm telling you right now. There is a very, very low likelihood of survival beyond that point. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's happened. I don't. It's not. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen. The reason why I say it was most likely his jugular is because I've never seen so much blood pour out of someone's neck in real time in like a moment's notice before. It just completely gushes out. Do not watch the video. If you have not seen the video, do not, like, the reason why I watched it is because I wanted to see, the reason why I watched it is because I had to confirm whether or not.
He wasn't talking about trans people when he died. He was talking about fucking gun violence or gangs or some shit. What is... They have ammunition from the shooter. Well, post link or get banned, disinfo fucking threats. Get out of here. Where is Hutch, Hassan, Destiny? Well, let's go with my other favorite male role model.
Oh!
Counting gang violence. Great.
Whoa! 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 He's super. Holy. Wait. Oh!
Me when I realize I'm about to have the most epic night on Twitter.
Oh!
Counting gang violence. Great.
Oh!
Me when I realize my next Piers Morgan invite is coming in the mail. I'm sorry.
Whoa! 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 He's super. Holy. Okay, well. Let me go make sure my door is locked.
Socialists want to create a society where there is no tyranny. It doesn't mean there will be no...
Wait, why are people saying this? Wait, is YouTube chat trolling me right now? Hello?
This guy is actually such a fucking goblin. Trans people are too mentally ill to be effective soldiers, banned from the military, but they're also master assassins. It's appearing the shooter was a trans radical. Stephen Crowder. It's like Wall Street Journal is apparently talking about engraved ammunition. Hassan looked less unhinged than Destiny here. Listen, guys, do you want a heads up? Do you want me to give you some analysis? Okay. There are several reactions that people might have to seeing like something like that, and then one of them might be, another one might be, another one might be, whoa, another one might be, another one might be, ooh, 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 ooh. Do you know what the difference is between all of these reactions? Nothing, okay? People react in different ways to shocking material, okay? It means nothing. It says nothing about their moral prescriptions on what happened. It doesn't mean fucking shit, okay? Stop. If you zero your rifle to infinity and then your bullets will travel to outer space. What? Okay, dude. Are you worried? You should be. Ian Miles Chong. I doubt you'd fit in an elevator, and I live in more than 5 floors up, so you'd probably die trying to climb the stairs. I think I'm safe from you, Chief. That's all good, but the elevators in that building are quite wide. The one thing I learned about America is that when they build those elevators, they are very seriously considering incredibly fat people. Americans have some heavy duty elevators. Like, things I've learned: good guys with guns don't stop. Tyrannical governments, bad guys with guns. Wow. Polymarket odds on Hassan winning the debate just went up to 45%. Okay. Nancy Mace Ghoul. That's the same clip that we saw, wasn't it? Trump. Hey, it's Elizabeth Warren. Queen. If this happened in Chicago, they'd be B-52s. Okay. Who's this? Post violated the rules. J6er pardoned by Trump. Okay. I'm guessing they were saying something about how we all need to tone down the violence. We need to measure the rhetoric. By we, I mean everyone else. Okay, God fucking how much of this is there? Whatever. Too much.
Oh, 4 people just said that Charlie Kirk just got shot at a TPUSA event. 12:34.
Wait. He was talking about trans people being mass shooters. Well, someone got fired from MSNBC for Charlie Kirk comments. Oh God, the backlash is unfolding, guys. This is it's like the Enabling Act is being passed all over again. Okay. What's Gaddafi's take? Don't know. What did he say? The environment in which a shooting like this happens, Dowd responded with the following about Kirk. He's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that this is the environment we are in. You can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place. And that's the unfortunate environment we are in. Okay. Audience member said, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Kirk says, too many. Do you know how many mass shooters in America have been in over the last 10 years, counting or not counting gang violence? Okay. Too many. One is too many. Suddenly everything's a social issue, right? Everything can be a social issue with that one is too many. That one simple trick, eh? All right, where's the Wall Street Journal article? 3 historical black universities have been closed today because of terror threats. Wait, where's the fucking Wall Street Journal article? Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Man. Seeing that picture is quite strange, actually. Ad blocker. Fuck you. So I have to get rid of ad blocker first. And then Arca. Okay. What are you doing to me? We need Prime Kai's official statement. I'd rather not. Fuck me. Okay, whatever. I'm not watching that. Get me it somehow.
4 p.m. Mountain Time. Oh, 2 hours ago? Shots fired at Charlie Kirk event. Shots been fired at a Charlie Kirk event in Utah Valley University. Footage from the scene showed event goers screaming as shots rang out on Wednesday. What is today? That's today. It's 5 minutes ago. Live stream, 25 minutes and 36 seconds.
And I so much. So much.
Why the stream cut?
You guys okay? Okay, love you. Be safe. Okay, be safe. Apparently there's been a shooting. I don't know who's been shot. We are here live at Utah Valley State University. I don't know.
Holy fucking XCOM. These guys are under half cover.
New goal chat. Well, thanks for fulfilling the goal, my guys. Wow. The Protect Lonerbox Fund. I would actually make the goal like Protect Lonerbox Fund, but if I do that, it's just gonna, people might not get the joke, you know?
Elevated position? Hell yeah. Oh my god. They got a good vantage point.
That was shots or...
Okay. Crowder posted about the ammo. Okay. Yes, I saw the shooter on the roof. We saw that in the CNN video. Okay. Feli, thanks for the tier 3 sub. That's so generous of you. Ready to eat my Lonerbox branded fair and balanced cereal. Nom 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 nom. True. Jane Socks, thanks for the $10. You can see Hassan take psychic damage because he decides to watch the video off screen while he was live. Yeah, I mean, I did too, right? Fuck, quite a few of us did, it seems. Indiscreet, thanks for the $4.99. Sad for his kids and the students who witnessed it, but he did say he wanted public executions to return and wanted kids to watch them. Yeah, I'm guessing he wanted that for like criminal justice or some shit, like not like the death penalty, not for a political commentator. Bro, listen, stop with this fucking, well, actually, by this policy position that he had. Like, it's like people, oh God, if you think you're smart by saying, well, remember when Charlie Kirk? Remember when Charlie Kirk? Rest in peace. Remember when Charlie Kirk said that it's worth some people dying to have the Second Amendment? You're not a smart person. You are a deeply unserious fucking loser. Like, that argument doesn't even make sense. Like, you're not even being smart. Oh yeah, I think it's worth that people have the freedom to ride motorcycles, even though they're incredibly fucking dangerous compared to regular transport, right? Oh wow, like so some fucking poor guy gets hit by a motorcycle the next day, or they're in a car and a motorcycle crashes in front of them and then that causes them to crash and they die. Like, but didn't you say that it's worth having motorcycles so that like, it's so fucking dumb, man. You're not a clever person. Oh, it's worth having the First Amendment, you know, even though some people will incite violence and die. Or 2 days later, someone gave a thinly veiled incitement to violence that resulted in them getting killed. You did say that the First Amendment was... Okay.
That was fireworks, to be honest, but... Good, how are you doing? Were you able to see anything that happened? Standing right here interviewing people. Hang on. Charlie Kirk got shot? Holy shit, Charlie Kirk got shot. This is unconfirmed. This is from my son who was down there right in front of Charlie Kirk. We're going to go down there and see if we...
Yes, societies tend to make decisions. Societies tend to make decisions about freedoms versus safety, right? Like, it's a very common It's a very common little fucking dichotomy that societies are in. We do it when it comes to free speech. We do it when it comes to freedom to play with stupid fucking toys like motorcycles or guns or whatever. We do it with transport. We do it with so many different things. Okay, fuck. We do it with various sports. And America obviously went completely the way of no nanny state. We'll do what the fuck we want. So, you know.
Wait, I'm so confused. I don't understand why everybody's running. Utah's an open carry, like a constitutional carry state, right? There are so many good guys with guns here. This should be like the safest place in the world to be. Like at least 10% of the students could draw and just kill if there's like a bad guy there, no? Isn't that how it works? They don't let them on campus, right? Isn't that like a no gun zone for schools? I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can ban from public areas like that. Can you? Can you bring guns on campus as long as you're not in a building or something? I'm not sure. Damn, just 2 days ago I was like, I need to invest in actually like a serious concealed carry.
Oh my god. Go, run.
Wait, did he get shot? I can't tell. There's no blood. I think it's holy shit, not safe for life. Somebody is... Don't play it. You don't really see any blood. Hold on.
Didn't know motorcyclists were an issue in... Well, motorcyclists, despite being a fairly small percentage of transport in the United States, they make up apparently 14.6% of all traffic deaths. 6,000 fatalities. In 2022.
It kind of looks like he got shot. Bro, all my unfuck America shit. Are you serious? You couldn't wait? I'm just kidding. Not good. Not cool. Did he actually get shot? It kind of looks like he got shot in the fucking neck or head. And it was a single one shot. I don't see anybody nearby. So what? It would have been a rifle? Like at range, I'm assuming?
Guns injure other parties. Yeah, as opposed to the incredibly fast-moving hunk of fucking metal in the road, where there are people on pavements and other people in vehicles that are also moving incredibly fast. Bro, listen, you got it.
Oh, fuck, somebody's closer. Wait, holy shit, is this guy dead? Wait. Oh, shit! Whoa! 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 He's super dead. Holy shit! Okay, well... Let me go make sure my door is locked.
Fuck me, man.
Jesus. Holy fuck! He got... It's like, is it your jugular? The one that all the blood comes out of? He's like dead, right? Jesus Christ.
Counting gang violence. Great.
Jesus Christ. Unironically, if that kind of shit fucks you up, people are posting streamables in chat. You're watching a person get shot in the neck and die, and there's a lot of blood, so if that's like a thing that bothers you. God damn, this guy's under arrest. It sounded like one shot too, right? The man who shot Charlie Kirk, we don't know.
Do you think I'm wrong for feeling bad? I think there's probably something wrong with you if you don't feel like a little bit bad, like even slightly. But I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit of a softie. Like I said, when I was reading those Al Qassam obituaries, like some of those made me feel like quite fucking... some of those made me give a fucking lump in my throat. Like the stories of these guys, like especially a lot of the young ones and shit. Yeah, of course.
Do we? I feel like this guy would... Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I was gonna say I feel like he would have killed himself, but... Maybe not. Who knows? Jesus Christ. Well, this is the first one. Influencer killing. Like this, I guess. Political person. He's insta-dead, right? When people get... You can either their like throat and like make them lose like breath. And I think I can take like a minute or two or whatever to make somebody pass out. But if you lose the pressure of blood going to your head, you can pass out in like literally like 2 to 5 seconds. It looks like after he gets...
Blood to the head, it was that carotid artery. Is that what they're talking about there? I don't fucking
shot.
know.
It looks like he almost like instantaneously passes out. He's like gushing blood from his neck. I don't know if that's like a survivable wound ever. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what you would do. Like so you can't CPR or anything. You can't like pump the heart to get blood to go back up to the brain. Maybe if they were in a hospital immediately, you can blood transfuse. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't think that's like a survivable wound unless maybe you're in a hospital. Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's crazy. Oh, I can't do that. I shouldn't do an edgy quote tweet. Somebody just said in YouTube chat, the things Hassan will do to get out of debating is crazy. That's too much. I'm not going to do that.
Again,
Damn.
like everyone made this joke. It was like the most obvious fucking joke. God damn it. It's too obvious. That's why it's not even impressive. It's just so obvious. It's like a collective, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a hive mind humor.
Oh, God, hopefully he wasn't talking about Second Amendment or something.
Oh God, he was. What kind of gun violence? Not really.
In the video that's farther away, you can see people look to the right after the shot. Looks like it was pretty far away. Could be. Bullets do weird things as well, though. I think when they're shot in like open spaces, like there's going to be like echoes or cracks. So sometimes you can feel like it's coming from one way and not know exactly. Like there could be weird shit, but. Oh no! How many mass? Oh God! Was it about gun violence? Oh no!
You know how many massacres there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence?
Oh no! Please don't be right after that. Not after that. All right, for the next 6 months, I can only talk about things that won't be ironic if I get killed right after. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Maybe the shooter had a sense of humor. He waited for that moment. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Unironically. Well, do we know if anyone else was shot? I mean, of all the videos I've seen so far, you just hear one bullet. Seems like the guy just posted up with his, I don't know, AR-15 and a Dean. Oh no. 'Tis the season. See you soon, Charlie. Dean. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Not to politicize this too much, but also, fuck, this is dark, it's kind of dark commentary. But like, if this would have happened in Chicago, like I feel like the National Guard would already be deployed. The fact that it happened in Utah, I guess in some ways where, I don't want to say we're lucky, but I'm also curious if the, is that old guy that got arrested, the fact that he's old and white and not like black or whatever, Jesus, that's just crazy. And it's an old white guy. I mean, that's what we saw get arrested, but we don't know. We don't have any information, right? This literally just happened. Tune into our boy Hassan.
I saw the close-up video to confirm the veracity of the reporting, and
he has another outfit.
Tell you, in the absence of like immediate, super significant medical intervention, I don't know how he survives that, because
notice how he has his chat paused. He does this. Keep this in mind. He always has his chat paused when he doesn't trust his chat's reactions on things.
Oh, he was paused. Oh, God.
It's being circulated around online right now. Basically shows it's right in the fucking neck, and the amount of blood that gushes out of his neck in that moment, in real time, implies that there is very, very low likelihood of survival. Like, that's not. I think if your jugular was cut like that.
Okay, wait. How the fuck? Destiny had to pause a subreddit. Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? In terms of being unhinged towards a MAGA guy getting fucked, I think Destiny's this example that he sets is probably not too far off of Hassan's, or maybe on par, maybe worse. But anyway. This ammunition article, I don't know why Archive isn't letting me look at it. Why? Do I actually just need to sub to the Wall Street Journal now? He didn't pause his sub. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Chat's retarded. Excuse me for forgetting that chat is retarded, and I shouldn't take anything they say seriously ever.
I assume
there's a major regional hospital only a few miles away. I think it's a remote possibility. Well, you would have to find a way to get oxygenated blood to the head.
Just search for the article in Archive. I did. I literally did. It's not doing it. It's just saying enable JS and disable an ad blocker. My ad blocker is disabled. How would I? What the fuck is JS? JavaScript, bro. What?
I just don't know how you do that when the artery gets cut. But maybe you can. I legitimately don't know. I have no idea. I feel like, oh God, we're doing the breaking news thing. I guess it's only because this is interesting to me because I don't want to get killed in an event. It seems unlikely to me that the shooter would be standing here.
How do I
shot? I also said that it seems.
How did I disable JavaScript? What? Where's JavaScript? Oh, thanks, Kalinda. You can help me out.
It looked weird. I feel like just the cops, everybody's really chill. Like, it seems like a rifle shot, right? I think, are we safe to say this is a rifle shot? I guess it could have been a pistol shot at long range, but if it feels like a rifle shot, I don't know if this guy could pull out an AR-15 at this range and shoot him and nobody around him is saying anything or reacting. That just seems crazy to me.
He was on the roof.
I mean, it's a crazy event, so no matter what the answer is, it's going to be crazy, right? But
okay, that was not that interesting. Fuck. Hutch the day after. Well, I've got his react on the day.
The conservative political activist Charlie Kirk has died after being shot in the neck during an event at Utah Valley University earlier this afternoon. The 31-year-old was the CEO and the co-founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative organization. CBS News confirmed there had been threats against Kirk. A Utah Valley spokesperson says a suspect is not in custody. A motive is not known at this time. President Trump just posted on Truth Social the following: the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead.
Thanks for $10, V. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you, Queen.
No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania, and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. The statement there from President Trump as Charlie Kirk, we are told now, has died. Scott McFarlane, our justice correspondent, with me now from Washington. Scott, when it comes to the investigation, we were told earlier that there was a suspect, and now we're told that person has been let go.
Yeah. Most Dems, liberals, leftists, and progressives I've seen have condemned this. MAGA influencers and at least one Congresswoman, Anna Paulina Luna, is going very hard against Dems. Yep. You know, I've seen a lot of like just straight up unequivocal condemnations, but I just know how these things go, and it's really predictable how this plays out, at least on social media in the next few days. It's just going to turn into a cesspool of, you know,
September 10th, 2025, 12:20.
Opportunists looking to capitalize on, you know, what is a really horrible tragedy. I just don't think we should be paying much attention to the commentary right now. That's my perspective. You know, I'm seeing takes go back and forth about, you know, performative this, and people don't really give a shit about that. And you know, if it's true that his wife and kids were there, like a mother and two kids, you know, watched their father get shot to death, which is just this horrific thing that I think like right now it's okay to just like focus on that and just forget about the political commentary right now. I mean, you guys come to listen, like we do political commentary on this channel or whatever, but this is a really fucked up, horrible moment for so many different reasons.
Okay,
I think like one of the best things that we can
maybe start the culling. Jack, you're a fucking moron. It's not even the fact that it's like insensitive or whatever. It's like you actually are retarded. Like you think this is a good thing for the United States, really? You fancy yourself and whatever fucking retard Redditor shitheads that you're fucking friends with are going to stand a chance in like a fucking in an armed conflict with the right wing of America. Good luck, buddy. Good fucking luck. Go out on the front lines. You know, do it for. I'll be right behind you in a different country.
We can do right now is not add to that. You know what I mean? They're going to write about this moment in history books. This is like a historical thing. I don't know. Just seeing it fucked me up. Seeing it really fucked me up. The video itself, the close up of it was just horrific.
Oh yeah, one of the mods of Destiny subreddit has informed me that they were doing a Reddit crackdown because of the Luigi shit. That people were getting warnings for all the because I think what Reddit does is they clamp down really, really aggressively on any like FAFOs or like rip bozos or whatever the fuck pack watches. So just like a normal move. That makes sense.
And I just can't even imagine being a little kid if you fucking, God forbid, if she witnessed that, if his kids witnessed that happen to him.
Democrats could learn in their engagement digitally.
Just be normal for like a little bit, you know, just like keep it frosty for a little bit.
As anyone may recall from last year, the big takeaway was that the Republicans.
What did Ted Cruz retweet? Right Angle News reported a Democrat just shot
You're in good terms with Destiny mods. I don't really like that forethought guy. He seems a bit fucking cooked, but no, this one that I'm speaking to is fine. Yeah.
Charlie Kirk in the neck, and then Ted Cruz quote retweeted that. What? We don't fucking know anything about the shooter yet. The shooter hasn't even been caught yet, bro. Like, maybe you're right, but like, that's crazy to repost something like that in the official capacity of a senator to be posting stuff like that.
An assassination attempt, and said she was.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the worst actors on the internet are all going to be jockeying to leverage this moment for in an attempt to like rip the country apart. That's what's going to happen. Just
Forethought's been gone for a long time now. Really? Bro, wow. Thank you for the Destiny community updates. Okay, what else? I've heard that I heard all the orbiters are different now as well. I heard all the regulars who come in and call in are probably different people than they used to be. That's crazy, chat.
The worst merchants of slop on the internet are just going to jump on this thing, and
Let's go!
just we all fucking
Slop
suffer
merchants!
as a result of this stuff. How many times does it have to happen? Like, there have been multiple instances of people that were like somewhat psychotic, that don't really have any coherent politics. They were just like obviously mentally not well. who ended up being the perpetrator of the violence. So for all we know, this person was another one of those, you know? Very oftentimes, like, these people have completely incoherent politics that don't make any sense. It's obviously wildly irresponsible to immediately blame Democrats. Like, these people are, you know, invested in just ripping the fucking country apart at the seams. Stephen Miller, just, 11 minutes ago. Our hearts are shattered. America has lost one of its greatest champions. A loving family has lost the most extraordinary husband and father. All of us must now dedicate ourselves to defeating the evil that stole Charlie from this world. Defeating the evil that stole Charlie from this world. Just to be clear, he means like liberals in the left. I think we're going to see a really intense response from the federal government. Like, it would not shock me if we got reports, today and tomorrow of like federal law enforcement showing up at content creators' houses, showing up at people like that post on the internet, to like grill them about stuff. Like, I think they're gonna do something. Like, there's gonna be some kind of like unhinged response to this. How can you say that without knowing who the shooter is? I mean, I'm just translating for you. This is what Stephen Miller means. All of us now must dedicate ourselves to defeating the evil that stole Charlie from this world. I have no idea what happens.
Do you aim for the neck as a professional? Is that normal? Well, my understanding is no. Typically, snipers or marksmen will aim for a center mass because it's the largest part of the body, and usually those bullets are strong enough that you're probably not going to survive. But I think, like, given that the chest is here and the neck is here, then, and if you're sitting down, maybe, yeah. But no, it's more likely they will go for chest. They'll go for above the chest if that's the only thing you can see. So yeah, people saying this must have been like a military person is probably, like, the fact that they hit the neck is maybe a testament against that.
No idea what happens, but I could see the president.
Yeah, like someone said, we only know what was hit. We don't know what was being aimed for.
Using, abusing the federal government in a moment like this to like harass people that are, vocal opponents of his, or, Charlie Kirk's in the past. Mike from PA tweeted out a clip of the film Malcolm X with the caption, "Don't ask me about no Charlie Kirk."
Your neighbor's barnyard. I think this is a prime example of the devil's chickens coming back home to roost.
Oh my God. What's amazing is he posts, Mike posts a Instagram post from Ethan, highlighting Mike from PA and specifically speaking to a larger issue of extremist rhetoric on Twitch. And then Mike goes, at this, he says, "I do not call for violence. And to say that I do right after a public figure suffered an assassination attempt is dangerous. He should know better. What the hell?" And then right after, I got to show you guys this. Right after he posts that, he retweets Charlie Kirk saying, "Did I just get shot by an AR-15? Feels like right after that. And then he posts this like Malcolm X quote. Like, they all just posture to try to look as radical
fucking
as
Malcolm
possible.
X shit. No, this is not Malcolm X shit, because if it was Malcolm X shit, you wouldn't do anything. You would just yap. That's what Malcolm X did. Malcolm X didn't actually fight with racists physically. As part of political action, he didn't anyway. He didn't confront white supremacists in the fucking streets like MLK and all those others did. No, he just yapped. He just wrote fucking articles and shit posted. Fucking stop with the Malcolm X glaze bullshit. Every single cunt who glazes Malcolm X about fucking violence, you just have to not know anything about him. You just have to not know what the fuck he did. Oh, sorry, that was a stupid reaction. FBI have released footage of the shooter. Sorry. Is this pre or post pilgrimage? That didn't change his position or his action on violence, though. Right? We are asking for the public's help identifying this person of interest in connection with the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Is this why people think that is this why people think he's a groiper? Could be anyone, man. The fuck? Black, Arab, and trans. Please don't be a black, Arab, trans person in whiteface. It was Queeman. I get, bro. Whoa. Dude. You can't really unsee it, can you? What's on his shirt? It's an American flag and what looks like a gun, or an unidentified thing. I don't think it's a gun, actually. The fuck is this? Oh, you got the article onto a PDF. Okay. Apparently an eagle. Oh, okay. Investigators found ammunition engraved with expressions of transgender and anti-fascist ideology inside the rifle that authorities believe was used in the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk, according to an internal law enforcement bulletin with a person familiar with the investigation. The older model .30 caliber hunting rifle was discovered in the woods near the scene of Wednesday's shooting at Utah Valley University. Wrapped in a towel with a spent cartridge still in the chamber, the sources said. There were also 3 unspent rounds in the magazine, all with wording on them. The Justice Department officials cautioned that the investigation was still in preliminary stages and the investigators were still examining the ammunition. Well, pinch of salt, guys, pinch of salt. But that's what we got from Wall Street Journal so far.
But what they end up doing is just make themselves look out. They just make themselves look like fucking lunatics. Fox News, they're fucking dialing up the rhetoric.
This hits differently because Charlie was one of us.
Fox.
And Trump gets hit in the ear. Charlie gets shot dead. They came after Kavanaugh with a rifle to his neighborhood. They went after Musk's cars. They just shot 2 Jews outside the embassy. Think about it. Scalise got shot, barely survived.
This is really dangerous rhetoric to lump everybody in. You know, the entire left that we're just some big sort of amalgamation.
Like we don't fight all the fucking time, and like they don't want to kill us just as much as they want to kill you.
Of ideology, I guess. We're all just one big they. The kid who took a shot at Donald Trump was like a little fucking right winger who was a gun club enthusiast.
He was. Why the fuck
all of that just goes right out the window?
Why does no one bring that up, man? Why I forgot that. I forgot the guy that tried to kill Trump was a right winger, bro. I don't know why. They're literally, they're so powerful. These Republicans. They're such mind fuckers. They're so abusive. Fuck.
And unfortunately, we live in a time where just there's a lot of people that don't place a heavy emphasis on responsible coverage of things. It's a problem that's not even exclusive to one side or the other. And I just can't think of a more irresponsible way to talk about this. To immediately frame it as they are coming after us. That's the kind of stuff that motivates other people, other insane, violent people, to go out there and do acts of violence themselves. It's just so irresponsible and divisive and toxic and just the worst possible thing that you could add to the conversation. But he knows his audience are pissed. Like this is why I'm worried about what Trump's going to do, because these people are fired up, man. They are fired up right now and they want their pound of flesh. And I think Trump's going to try to do something to give it to them. Ace with $5. Thomas Matthew, the guy who tried to endgame Trump the first time, didn't even have motives, let alone political ones, that people could pin down. Yeah.
It's happening. We've got trans shooters.
Oh, God, what did Marcus say?
They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. And what are we going to do about it? How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these people as possible. Dana nailed it. This is unacceptable and has to stop. And it has to stop now. And everybone's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying.
Everybody in the Democrat side, that's it. Like everyone to the left of us is accountable. We won't, and they will never own any of the shit that right wingers are responsible for in America, even though their guy is the fucking president. And he does it himself.
On television, and who's saying what? The politicians?
They're going to run montages, you guys. I'm just telling you, away, like, apart from the the human conversation about somebody being murdered, right? The political conversation looks like they are going to compile an endless dossier of some of the most inflammatory tweets you could possibly imagine. They're going to plaster it in a montage. This shooter made a martyr out of Charlie Kirk, quite frankly. We can just call a spade on that one. And I think a lot of like political normies are going to see some of the unhinged responses. I'm losing my voice. I've been talking all day. And I think it's going to work too, by the way. I think it will work, by the way. I think it will work. We're already at a time where my voice is just fucking gone. We're already at a time where a lot of Americans think the Democratic Party has gone too left. They're going to use the unhinged responses to this horrific murder, and they will benefit politically from this. 1,000%, it's going to happen. And all the people that are doing these like celebrations on Twitter.
The dude definitely looks like a groiper. Yeah, and don't forget that Fuentes actually had a very, very coarse beef with Charlie Kirk, didn't he? They used to ambush him at debates. Groypers ambushed Charlie Kirk. And Fuentes would react to it and cheer them on. The Groyper War. Did they have the Fuentes reacts? To this?
There's this war going on called the Groyper War.
So, it actually wasn't even initially a conscious decision. Unlike Turning Point USA and unlike a lot of what goes on in the conservative movement, this was totally organic. It started out with a couple of people who like my show, watch my show. They went to, I think it was in Colorado, I forget which school. 2 people came up during the Q&A. Yeah, this right-wing perspective. White guy.
Yeah, fuck off. Where are the Fuentes reacts? Fucking keygen music, yeah. Fuentes reacts, Charlie Kirk, Groyper War. Fuentes reacts to Charlie Kirk getting shot. Oh no. Oh no. He'll probably just be normal, I think. I think he'll probably be normal. He's not dumb. Fuck, I need to get that video of Fuentes actually reacting to the ambushes. That was wild. Oh, it's here. This is one of them. It was this kind of shit.
They came up to me and they said, you know, this guy made a little disruption. But I want to clear this up because
he's playing dumb.
Messages about something I'm not totally clear on.
So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, well, if you...
No, he's got a lot of fangirls
Yeah,
in here
you-
tonight,
you-
huh?
I mean, you debate socialists and you say
He's so
socialism
happy.
is the most deadly ideology. Why not? If you're saying that socialism is the most dangerous, why not debate someone like Nick and like he get his bad ideas out of the?
Or maybe he's
Well,
based.
I think I've been debating a lot of his bad ideas here tonight quite well. So thank you very much for being here tonight. I appreciate it.
Look at that. Look at that. He's cracking. And I like how he says I'm debating his bad ideas, so he knows what's up.
An American nationalist and America First patriot.
Yes!
Thanks, guys.
Romans in chat. We need Romans in chat for the leader.
My ardent support for the president and his policies. I was actually kicked out of CPAC earlier this year.
But I didn't kick you out of this
No,
event.
I'm not going to blame you.
just
I'm not
making
gonna blame,
sure.
Yeah, you're very defensive here. I get that. Yes! My good friend, Nicholas J. Fuentes, whom I believe you were just discussing up there. But look, I'm not going to blame you for that.
I just want to make
I've got
sure.
a question here.
Is that the troll that keeps tweeting about
He's
me?
not a troll. He's a very intelligent guy who has a lot to say. He's somewhat of a troll. But
Well, he seems to be getting a lot of you guys to say stuff for him tonight, so
I don't debate trolls.
I think we've been debating them all night.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
I'm citing CPAC's decision to
this is
remove
perfect.
American nationalists from their conference. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm moving it into something.
I don't run
I'm
CPAC
saying,
either.
right, and I just said that I'm not blaming you. I've said it 3 times. So, but you do run TPUSA, and TPUSA did remove its relationship with Ashley St. Clair, who all she really did was take a picture with Nick Fuentes. She was in the same room. So, my question to you, Charlie, is as someone who
So
purports to be
happy.
pro-debate, free speech, and exchange of ideas, do you support blackballing people based on having controversial opinions, or being even in the same room when a photograph is taken with someone who has controversial opinions? And the second part of that question is, if the answer is no, will you debate me on immigration, identity, and demographics?
Well, so first of all, I mean this respectfully.
Patrick, that was so good.
Other thing, that was a private matter. Ashley's a good person. We handled it privately. That's all I'm going to say about
Ah,
that.
yeah.
Finally, I just want to make a broader statement. I want to make a broader statement. My stance on Israel, I'm not.
Anyway. Oh, Israel. This is from years ago as well. Because obviously Fuentes is very salty about the Charlie Kirk MAGA Israel shit. Let's see. What was his response? It's 1 minute long. Pray for Charlie Kirk.
Being shot at Utah Valley University.
Wait,
in
where
one of
is
the
it?
most
Just a
disturbing
tweet?
political moments in recent memory, Charlie Kirk was shot during a live event at
Okay,
Utah
I
Valley
don't-
University.
fuck
the
off.
shocking incident
I
left
don't give a
many
fuck.
speech.
Fuck off.
Congratulations. Like, you're literally making MAGA stronger by doing that. I think it's
He
just
didn't stream.
like
I
the shooter
see.
himself was selfish, and then the unhinged responses to this, people that are just impulsively acting on their contempt for Charlie Kirk and what he was doing, and they're just fucking vomiting, the worst takes possible. They're gonna fucking document all of these. They're gonna run entire hour-long segments on Laura Ingraham about all the unhinged responses that people saw on the left, and they are going to convince people that that the political violence that we're seeing across the spectrum these days, they are going to convince a lot of normies that this is a problem that is more prevalent on the left, when that's just like simply not true. Like, don't make their fucking job easier. Bosun, you're saying I'm coping so hard. What am I coping with? I'm telling you exactly what they're going to do. They're going to do this. They want you to say the most crazy things right now. They are chomping at the bit. They're salivating for an opportunity for them to use the things that you say and do to further their agenda. And this is at a time where Donald Trump is like very politically vulnerable. His support has just fallen off of a cliff. It's just also fucking predictable. Like, it's also predictable. We gotta lock the fuck in, man. It's just, first of all, don't be deranged. But second of all, if you're feeling deranged, don't post about it. Don't fucking post about it. You have no idea. It's gonna be random Twitter users. You guys understand? They're gonna do, like, I guarantee you, Fox News, the producers are sitting in a room right now, combing through social media and finding the most deranged post from complete random people, and they're gonna run a montage of this shit. And normies are gonna see this and they're gonna be like, oh my god, the fucking Dems have lost their minds. It's so fucking predictable. How can you rationalize the less coverage in response to the Catholic children shooting just a couple weeks ago? Deaths are weaponized on both sides. How do you rationalize the less coverage?
What if it's a trans person trying to prove their worth for the US military? Like, like when in films, when a hacker hacks into the entire CIA mainframe and changes all the America's Most Wanted to some random shopkeeper, and then they're like, why did you do it? And he's like, that's my job application, bitch. I'll show you how to not let that happen again.
I think it's just because, I understand what you're saying. In a rational world, we would prioritize the death of little kids at a fucking mass, in a church. What a horrifying shooting that was. First of all, I mean, we did talk about it, but like, second of all, like, you know, he was a very famous guy, and this was a brutal murder that was caught in fucking 4K, you know, from 10 feet away. So I'm not saying it's right that we spend more time talking about Charlie Kirk than kids. I'm just explaining why it happens, and that's just the way that human beings work. And I just don't really understand the logic. You know, like, deaths are weaponized on both sides. Okay, but I mean, that doesn't mean you have to do that. Like, you don't have to be deranged on Twitter today. I promise you. You can have the thoughts. It's fine. You're gonna have your thoughts. We're all gonna have our thoughts. I'm gonna have thoughts. You don't have to share every thought like in real time in a moment like this. And I just think, like we're already so hyperpolarized politically to a degree that is very unhealthy. I mean, like, the movie Civil War was speaking to this problem. You know, the one that came out in 2023 or 2024. And the problem's only getting worse. And something like this, I just imagine if more violence happens, it's just like, you know, it's really easy to see just the wheels falling off.
Okay.
John Solomon's reporting on Just the News that he's passed. Yes, is this what I'm hearing? Yes, can I get it here?
I mean,
Yes. Wow, right here, Rav, at this moment, guys. Let's go around the horn, Gene. You continue on the horrendous news that Charlie Kirk has passed.
Well, my prayers are for Erica, for her children, for his family. This is beyond devastating, Eric. I've known Charlie, as I said, since he was a child, running around, coming to conservative events.
What's their source? Yeah, that pretty much confirms it. I don't think that they would speak on this unless it was confirmed.
What they're saying.
Calm event moments before they heard a shot.
Yeah, in fact, I'm joined by two more Utah Valley University students who told me that they were some of the first actually to arrive this morning for this event. Logan and Raleigh here. Logan, we'll start with you. What kind of set the scene for me? What was it like this morning when you got here, and then tell me what happened?
Yeah, we arrived, I want to say, an hour and a half before everything went on, and there's a couple hundred people here, pretty chill. But then as things went on, people just got...
I'm changing my title to reflect that because I can't imagine that that news source would lie about this. We'll have to see.
I would say there's thousands of people here. And we thought things were just a little unsecure. We thought, you know...
In terms of security getting in?
Yeah, security getting in. There weren't a lot of officers around, police officers. So we just thought things, I don't know, just it didn't seem right from the beginning, in my opinion.
Raleigh, as you were there, what did you notice as the crowd was kind of settling in, and who was there?
Yeah, so we were all there. We were having a good time, excited to see Charlie. The majority of us were, we support Charlie, and there's a group of other people that were kind of antagonizing us up on this bridge up here. And I don't know, there's definitely some kind of bad feelings towards each other, but we didn't think much of it. Like, we thought the security was a little bit off. Like, there wasn't many people.
The media bias fact check of reporting source. Just the News? I just said Just the News was Charlie Kirk's channel. Obviously, they're right-wing. The fact that they're right-wing probably means they have contacts who are close enough to Charlie's family that they would be present to hear the announcement of the death before it goes out publicly. Of course, huge lack of discipline on the part of those people to leak that information to their media contacts before it's been announced publicly. But yeah, no, if anything, that increases the likelihood of it being legitimate.
Looking around to see if anything suspicious was going on, but I don't know. It was a
new person taken into custody.
It's a tragic thing that happened, and really sad, and we don't really wish that on anybody.
And Raleigh, when it happened, where were you, and what did you see or hear?
Yeah, so me and Logan and a couple other my buddies, we were 15 feet away from Charlie, give or take,
like 5 rows back,
maybe 5 rows back, and all of a sudden, after the first questionnaire, the person asked a question, the second guy walked up, he started saying something, and then we just heard a pop. It sounded like a firework, but it just echoed around. No one really knew what was going on, and everybody kind of just got stunned for like 3 seconds, and then everybody just dogpiled on top of everybody, trying to get low to the ground, mass chaos, and it was pretty scary. Everybody was like freaking out, trying to find the people they're with, make sure they're safe. And we didn't know if there was going to be more shots fired or anything. We were like, I had no idea.
Logan, were you watching the stage where Charlie was speaking when he was shot?
Yeah, so I actually saw it happen, and it was really disturbing. You know, he fell back, and we all dropped. He was rushed off, and then we all just ran towards this way, like through that bridge under there. So, yeah, it was just really disturbing, hard to watch.
Yeah. We know that this event had attracted some controversy with the petition to try to cancel it, but as you were here and as the event began, I mean, I imagine that it felt like you were surrounded by people who were like-minded or who at least supported him being here to speak.
Yeah, I would say majority of the crowd was for him. You know, there was a lot of chants going on. A lot of the people were for Charlie. There were some people in the back that were, you know, against him, but I would say majority were for him.
And as you've processed what happened, I mean, it's been now, I guess, a couple of hours. I don't even know what time it is. But what's been going through your mind as you've just sort of been replaying what you watched?
Just, I'm lost for words. I don't know. It's something we'll remember for the rest of our lives. That's for sure. It's, yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Obviously super sad and tragic, and I think it's sad that we can't even have a civil conversation anymore.
Do you know what's really depressing about this? I just realized all those people who are wondering, like, damn, as soon as we find out who did it, that'll change something. You understand that if this shooter turns out to be a groiper, or if they turn out to be a trans activist, you understand that the right-wing response will be exactly the same. These guys don't even care about whoever tried to assassinate Trump, right? They just took it out on the people they were always going to target anyway. It doesn't matter if the guy is a groiper or a lefty. It doesn't matter.
It just turns into stuff like this. Like, he has an open mic. Like, if you disagree with him, come talk to him. But apparently
your entire political party is aggressively, publicly, and unambiguously in favor of the removal of due process for people you want to deport. You're literally against talking out your disagreements.
it's not what some people want to do, and they want to just have violence and lash out instead of talking through things.
And we love Charlie. We hope he's okay.
Yeah,
we're praying for him, and yeah, we hope everything's all right.
And in terms of engaging with him, that's, as I understand, the point of the tour, correct? Is that he'll answer questions and that it's a back and forth engagement.
That's exactly right. So if you disagree with him, he welcomes you up. And
okay, are we doing the conspiracy theory? Let's do one. It's going to be an open and shut case, okay? Netanyahu tweeted about Charlie Kirk's assassination before any other leader, including Trump. Netanyahu is the leader of a country halfway across the world. He's currently bombing 7 countries, and he's in the middle of a domestic political crisis. Yes, I find that very odd. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. Bub, good luck. Go get him, Tiger. Take him down. Fucking Fox News, hang on. Hang on. 77,000 likes. I think all of Twitter is bought as fuck. I wouldn't think much of it. So there's a Fox update, then another update. Okay. Candace Owens is on the case. Based.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. Today at approximately 12:20 Mountain Standard Time, political influencer Charlie Kirk was shot in an event at the Utah Valley University. He was taken by private vehicle to Timpanogos Hospital.
Wait, this is an old update. Where's the new one? The new update, Lookner was watching it. He was, for some reason, Lookner was the only one
right
with...
here, that's where the 10...
he was the only one with good audio for some reason from this second update. Where was it? It was here. And this is where they say it wasn't the baldy guy. He's still chugging along. Yeah, he is.
Make this work.
Make it work, please.
I am Bo Mason.
That is odd. Oh no, is he behind it? Agenda free, eh?
Sorry, I'm gonna adjust the audio, make sure the volume's all right.
Oh yeah, we love an audio adjustment. Hell yeah.
Good morning. I am Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. I'd be remiss if we didn't start off today and recognize the significance of the day. Historically, on 9/11, law enforcement has come together as a group to recognize and honor those that sacrificed to preserve the ideals of this country, the freedoms of this country. And instead, we find ourselves today hunting a murderer who chose to violate our rights, the rights of an individual within this country. Just to recap yesterday's events, at around 12:20 p.m., political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed. Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family. Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats. We asked the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that. I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock. All day yesterday, through the night last night, investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and many others. Those are just a few of the people that we have involved in this. I'd like to thank all of them for their strong work. Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter. Starting at 11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location.
Oh.
After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled.
Wait till he says he started firing Romans, and that's how we know it was Groiper.
Off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time. We are working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you.
Okay, this is very telling. I need to edit it, though. I need to crop it because it's a picture of Charlie Kirk with a metric ton of blood gushing out of his neck. Very tasteful. Let me see, 1 second. But it's quite interesting. Besides that, obviously. Okay. Okay. You'll get the gist from this. It's quite blurry. This is from RT. And it's the bullet that ended the moderate right, the knife that ended white guilt. This week, the turning point. Okay. If you've ever wondered what Russia wants to happen in the United States, dude, that's fucking insane. What? Doesn't make any fucking sense. The moderate right, white guilt. Okay, dude. That's what they want. Anything that sows chaos is RT's line.
Media, and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now, and we would like to move forward in a manner that keeps everyone safe.
It's like a fucking 4chan infographic. It's so gross.
And moves this process appropriately. Last night I communicated with Erica. The family's devastated.
Yes, the victim was Ukrainian.
As a commissioner of public safety, as a father, as a husband, I can only imagine what that family's going through. The heinous event that happened yesterday is not Utah. This is not what we're known for. Over the past several weeks, we've seen this state come together to help families in mourning, come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of character, of service, of camaraderie, of a neighboring feel. We will not stand for what happened yesterday.
Look at these fucking absolute disgusting fucking psychos. These brown shirt cunts. Libs of TikTok, this is war. The Democratic Party must be classified as a domestic terror organization. Charlie Kirk getting shot is the shot heard round the country. I'm ready for civil war. I don't want the National Guard sent to democratic cities anymore. I want the Air Force sent. What? You think these guys will suddenly flip their message if it turns out to not be a Democrat? When Democrats lose elections they couldn't steal, they murder the people they were unable to defeat. Elon Musk, if they won't leave us in peace, then our choice is fight or die. Oh my God, bro. Really? Remember how Rwanda happened? Oh yeah, I read the Spark. I read the Spark notes. Yeah, you get him. You get him, Elon Musk. You will fight or die. You'll be on the front line. You'll be chanting the battle cry.
USA! USA!
You'll be there, won't you? Laura Loomer, it's time for the Trump administration to shut down, defund, prosecute every signal leftist organization. If Charlie Kirk dies from his injuries, his life cannot be in vain. We must shut these lunatic leftists down once and for all. The left is a national security threat. Fox News, they're at war with us, whether we want to accept it or not. Fucking Rufo. The left is the party of murder. The left is the party of murder. Okay. Yes. Well done, Elon. You're gonna die for your country, buddy. Are you gonna die for your country?
Yes!
Quds News Network said Kirk was killed by a marksman. I mean, isn't that more accurate? I thought snipers were generally from like 300 to 500 yards plus, whereas marksmen are closer range, like 100, 200 meters. No? I actually don't know about 200. Dedicated marksmen, 300, 600 meters. Yeah, they might be more accurate there. I don't know.
We are exhausting every lead. We have every officer invested in this, every investigator, every local agency. The outpouring of support from the law enforcement community has been astounding. We are investing everything we have into this, and we will catch this individual. Having walked through the crime scene, through the hallways of this school, through the classrooms.
200 yards is not a hard shot. Any hunter can tell you this. Yeah, all my IDF boys in chat coming.
I can't imagine what the people on scene felt as well. A horrific event where some of them barricaded in classrooms, some of them ran in fear.
Isn't a sniper anyone who shoots from a concealed position? I mean, in layman's terms, yes, and even in journalistic terms, yes, but no. I think a sniper is someone who there's a particular range, like it's usually 300 meters plus yards, and they also usually have a spotter with them as well. I think it's also the kind of weapon, like a marksman rifle is not always the same as a sniper rifle, but yeah, fucking.
Can't overstate the tragedy and the horrific event that yesterday was, and how we will work to bring to justice the actions of one individual or any other individuals that assisted in that. Our state has gone through a lot, and we will come out successful. With that, I'll turn the time over to Special Agent Bowles in charge.
Classifying by range is a pointless exercise. Is it not like a typically kind of thing? Because if you're a marksman and you're like covering a unit going into a fucking building or something, then it's more likely that you're going to be closer than a sniper would be, typically. Whatever. Fucking hell, man.
Good morning. My name is Robert Bowles, and I am the special agent in charge of the Salt Lake field office.
1 out of 10
yesterday's
difficulty
tragic
shot.
shooting of Charlie
Okay,
Kirk,
well.
FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until
Robert
we find
Bowles.
the person that has committed this heinous
Sorry.
crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
Okay.
That rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon. Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis. Now, I understand there are a lot of questions about motive. I assure you that all leads, tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that. The FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation. The FBI's mission is to protect the American people. It's to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Any attack on the First Amendment is an attack on the very foundation of our democracy. That is why we will relentlessly pursue this case and the shooter until we find him.
Lonerbox ranges are a little off. Marksman is 3 to 600. Sniper is generally 600 plus. Most infantry trained to fire at 3 to 500 meters during range time. Listen, I'm very pleased that you Googled that for me, but everyone else is telling me that range isn't actually that relevant. It's more to do with the role. So, but I know, I think typically you're still farther away if you're a sniper. I don't know, whatever. Don't care. Don't really care.
We also continue to grieve with the family and the community.
Actually, one question for all my fucking assassins in chat. The fact that why would I even ask? Because I'll just get 10 answers and they'll all be retarded. The question I was going to ask is the fact that he shot the neck would be more likely to imply that he wasn't a trained professional soldier or whatever. But then that doesn't matter because just because he hit the neck, that doesn't tell you what he was aiming for. He could have been aiming for chest, right? Because the neck's not that far off from the chest, where you'd normally aim. But okay, whatever, fuck. Don't even try to set me straight on that one, okay? Inconclusive.
It's our community. If you have any video or images from the shooting, we ask you to please submit them to our digital media tip website.
Stop with their theories that the bullet bounced off of his Kevlar plate. Stop fucking with me, okay? Stop being a dick. I will not excuse this kind of nonsense in my community. Leave me alone. He was aiming for the ear. Shut up.
At www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley Shooting. You can also call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. We truly rely on the public's help in these types of cases, and no tip is too small or insignificant. Thank you.
All right, they start taking questions. We can't really hear the question.
What's even the point of the theory? Well, the point is that everyone wants to become a council of, everyone is a member of the council of dads, okay? And there's this kind of syndrome where people feel like they need to pretend like they've got lots and lots of they've got a lot of predestined or pre-fucking ordained, I don't even know what the word is there, knowledge and expertise that they can that they've been waiting for this moment to reveal. I've been studying the sniper blade for 20 years, okay? And I've never really let that show, apart from giving a few hints. And I've been storing this knowledge and understanding until this very moment.
That well, but we can hear their answers. So let's play their answers on this replay. And right after the replay, we'll get your comments on what we've been hearing. This is a replay of the press conference just moments ago. Let's listen to their answers to the questions. Sorry,
Absolutely.
we can't hear the question.
So what I'll release about the suspect is suspect blended in well with a college institution.
Okay.
We're not releasing many details right now. And
Young college
we
boy.
will soon. But right now we're not. But that individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual. If we're unsuccessful in identifying them immediately, we will reach out for the public's help and the media's help in pushing those photos. That was a new development overnight, working through the night, studying those cameras. So that's something that's new and that we're working through right now. As far as the security, I cannot speak to that. Neither the Department of Public Safety nor the Federal Bureau of Investigation was involved in the planning or security of this event, and that'll have to be a question later for other agencies.
So that's a
Uh-oh. No, I'll keep
good question, and it's a question that goes to the safety of the community, right? No, not in those woods. We've walked through those woods and secured it. As to the community, I can tell you that this was a targeted event. We don't believe that the community is at risk. However, we are exhausting every resource to find him, and we will do so.
If it was a Groyper, are people going to nail Trump for eating dinner and shaking hands with King Groyper? No, it does not matter. Remember, the ideology, I'm letting you guys know right now, okay? The ideology of the shooter will mean nothing. It will mean nothing. They'll just respond by targeting the people that they always wanted to target anyway, okay? Because they've already been targeting these people. Nothing will change. This guy could literally be a Trump loyalist of the highest order who simply did it because he thought Kirk was an embarrassing advocate, okay? All right? It could be that, and people will still take it out on Democrats, okay, and lefties. That's what they'll do.
So I can't comment specifically on his face or any details such as that, as it's continuing to be a part of the investigation, and again, we'll release that shortly. However, we're doing everything we can to find him, and we're not sure how far he has gone yet, but we will do our best. We have images of the suspect. Again, as part of the investigation, we're not releasing any details such as that right now. We are exhausting all of our resources to be able to collect those, but that's, again, part of the investigation. Excuse me? We are working on that, but again, part of the investigation that I can't release. Not at all. We've got complete and total support from everyone, from the director on down, and it's been an incredible supportive environment so far. All I can say is that we're working the investigation the best we have with the environment we're given. So thank you.
Well, okay.
Is that it?
That
What's
is
happening
it.
now?
Well done, Steve. Well done. Is there precedent for how long a shooter can evade? Of this, my guess is he has like 48 hours at most. You can't even hear the questions. Doesn't matter, dude. Fuck it. They don't really have that much info anyway. They don't really have that much. We just know that the suspect is at large. What is happening here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're running in for a hat trick. We're running for a hat trick, guys. It's sloppy. Right. We have XQC calling out Hassan and saying he should re-examine his past words and actions. Oh, shit.
Bad that happened in Palestine or something bad that Donald Trump did 3 years ago. This is just
Twitch partner streamer, by the way.
Simply a...
Oh, it says you, buddy. Says you, buddy. Buddy. Says fucking you. This guy, man. This guy reads a manifesto of a fucking cold-blooded fucking double killer. Like it's some fucking national hero or some shit like that. His chat spams fucking heart the whole time.
They did,
if I
yeah.
reading this fucking dog shit. Like, fuck off.
The response. This is what's going to happen. And so, and I think that that's probably what it's going to take for these left-wing people to realize what a bad idea what they've been doing is. Because until it starts happening to them,
What a
until
clown.
they start having people that are their friends or, their, like icons that they look up to, the same way people look up to Charlie.
Dude, this is so fucking stupid, okay? This person is more my contemporary on the opposing side than fucking this rat is. I was supposed to debate him 2 weeks from now. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean you're contemporary? What, like you're both kind of extremists? Again, but Charlie, well, he's not really like an equal contemporary because Charlie Kirk was right in with the party, whereas Hassan is kind of like a tick latching onto the party for as long as he can before he just gets everything he needs from it before he ditches it, right? Oh, God.
I've known this person for longer than I've known Asmongold. He has abhorrent views, okay? And I despise his views. But he's over here using the death of a dude I was supposed to debate 2 weeks from now to fucking call for violence in the pussiest way possible without naming names here, too.
That's true. Asmongold is doing that. God, I love it when I can just hate everyone. Apart from XQC. He's my hero. Get the Romans out for the fucking Romans. It just means salute. Okay. I know what they're trying to do, like a Nazi reference, but
Because he doesn't want to get banned. He doesn't want to go that far because he already experienced that. He already experienced that issue.
Bro. This four-eyed Andy, isn't that the guy who tweeted the fucking gun
the guy
and
who,
shit? Like the meme or whatever? Buddy, you love this shit. Come on, man. Buddy. This guy lives for this shit. There's no way anybody's falling for his bait. This is crazy. He loves this. Buddy. The seal killer is like his fucking hero.
Bro.
Like, come on, bro.
One time when he actually said, Palestinians deserve genocide.
He's a contemporary in the sense that they both want the Dems to lose. Yeah. Well, that's true. Come on, bruh. Where is... Oh, I never actually saw Parker. Okay. Short. Charlie Kirk is dead, rest in peace.
Hey everyone, I just got word that Charlie Kirk is dead. I was at the event and I was 30 to 40 feet away and I heard the gunshot go off. And I was so terrified.
Yeah.
Everyone started running. I honestly, I wasn't sure if it was a gunshot in the beginning, but I assumed and I thought that it was likely that it was like a mass shooting or something like that. And I just started running. And all the people around me started running their hardest. And
did this guy confirm Wall Street Journal reporting about ideology and the bullets? Do you mean me or Parker? I think you probably mean me. If you want a fucking tip, okay? Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting pissy. If you want a tip, just if the FBI haven't released it themselves, just pinch of salt. I don't know. The Wall Street Journal suggested that the ammunition had trans and anarchist messaging on it. I don't think it's been confirmed by the FBI directly. The FBI have released those pictures of him saying that we need help to find him, and they're offering like $100,000. Just, hierarchy of credibility. We trust the FBI. Okay? I was going to do the American National Anthem, but then I choked. Okay.
And there were people dry heaving and throwing up and crying due to like everything because it's fucking scary. And we heard for a bit that he was in critical condition and that he was alive, but he was just pronounced dead recently, according to the Washington Post. It's so fucking scary. It's so scary.
This is really not a good fucking intro for these like young dudes, him and Dean, these like little college boys doing debates and getting out and putting themselves out there into the public, into pretty hostile environments as well, right? Like Turning Point and all that shit. Attacking, like fighting with conservatives and all that shit. And then they're like, wow, actually seeing your rival get a fucking bullet in the neck from 40 yards away. Yo. Or 40 feet, I can't remember what he said. That is not good.
And I really just wish the people in the comment section, because I looked at some of the comments of my video. It's so hard for me to deal with. I looked at some of the comments from the video, and they're not worried about like my safety, or they're not worried about anyone's safety there. They're like trying to justify it.
Yeah.
And I just want people to know that Charlie's family, his daughter, is going to live without a dad. His wife is going to live without a husband. And that's not okay, and that's horrible. And no one should be justifying that. And any single person that's in the comment section that is saying that, or who does believe that, I want you to unfollow me and unsubscribe to me right now, because there's a clear line of division between us, and I don't support you. And I think what you believe is fucking horrible. And my thoughts and wishes go out to Charlie's family and anyone who is there and traumatized, honestly, like how I am. It is honestly genuinely terrifying to have literally someone die within 30 to 40 feet of you that you've interacted with.
Just to be clear, guys, remember, we fight with far lefties all the fucking time, okay? We would probably fight with Parker on a few issues as well. This is the average lefty Democrat response. This is what it's going to be. This is what it will be for all the politicians, and this is what it'll be for basically all the voters as well. Almost all of them. The shit that we see online is not like never because again, even for me, right, obviously I have like my personal spats with lefties as well, because they fucking hate me, or like especially, or like fallen viewers and stuff like that when it hits quite close. But don't let that ever distract you from the fact that there is a broader like world out there where like what's happening with right wingers, even in my own country, in the UK, right, with reform and all that, like there is something that has so much more institutional power, so much more reach, that climbs its way all the way up to the hierarchy. It's not just a bunch of fucking troglodytes at the bottom of the pecking order who barely even vote. It's the voters, it's up to the politicians, it's up to the president, right? It's up to the leaders of parties, it's up to people like Farage and shit. Yeah, it's just, what we see on the left is just completely incomparable. It's not comparable in the slightest.
That you've engaged with, and I don't like Charlie Kirk as a person. I don't like the ideology that he supported, but to say that he should die or that he should be murdered is so crazy. I just don't understand why people can think that's okay. Like, genuinely, what is wrong with people? Hey everyone, I just got word that Charlie Kirk is dead. I was at the event.
What percentage of people online stirring up racial shit or stirring up shit are Russian bots, do you think? Oh, you know, according to my calculations, I reach about 49.8%. Why would you ask me that? What the fuck? How do you think I know? If you don't know, I don't know. What? I would say quite a lot because of my vibes, okay? Bro, I didn't even see Hutch's actual like crying response or whatever. Did I? Ethan. Do I need to? Not really. Wait, what is this? What is... What? Ethan made it about Twitch. Yeah, that was quite silly. What is this little spot? Wait, F11? Oh, why is my... Oh, here. Kyla Maxwell runs from responsibility after snarking Kirk for months. Taking the fight to Charlie Kirk on the far right. Praying for Kirk. Anyone saying genocide support and deserves it, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. What is the... This is a troll, right? Taking the fight to him, can you... This is a troll, right? This is absolutely a troll, okay. This is a supreme troll, right? Okay, whatever. Whatever, bro, I don't know. Fuck. Would you consider yourself a hypocrite here for concern trolling when you celebrate his death? Yeah, I think it's like he's like a troll, right? He's like trolling. Claims to be pro-life, dies. Good one. What the fuck am I looking at here? What's the I don't care. Whatever. Whatever. Papa Gut. What about him? What's this? What list? He hates Kyla pretty badly. Yeah, I know he does, yeah. I just don't understand what the... I actually can't tell what he's trying to say. There's no way he thinks taking the fight is like... I don't know. Whenever I interact with this community, I feel like I'm just like in the back of a fucking bus with a bunch of like... I feel like I'm stuck in the back of a bus with a bunch of fucking greasy shitters, like with little cum stains on their trousers, throwing crisps at people, and just like, you know, the council of what's gay. They just have this very arbitrary, like, you know, if you're gay, you're out of the crowd. If you're not gay, you're in. And they just have this very strange, like, arbitrary fucking metric over who's gay and who's not gay. And like the word, yeah, and there's like someone who's maybe on the edge of the group who gets bullied by them, and they're like trying to figure out how they can ungay themselves to get more respect from the community. Gay. Yeah, whatever. Very odd. The Council of Gays. Sitch and Adam.
Tweets since it happened. I mean, yesterday. I mean, it's difficult because the guy was like 31 years old. He's got a wife. He's got a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. And I empathize with that. Like, mommy's got to go tell the 4-year-old daddy's gone. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That is completely fucked up.
Is that the kids were there, right? The kids actually were there when it happened.
And I know, look, a lot of people, I think the instinct on the right, like a lot of people, they want to go and say, oh, these fucking heartless cowards, they have no empathy for the guy. You know, they're celebrating. Are
average people talking about Kirk in your home country? Yeah. Well, people who, yeah. I've got like a couple of friends who are being like, oh yeah, this guy's like in your wheelhouse, isn't he? I'm like, yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's closer to home than anything else. When I say that, I know about people in my chat who have had fucking Iranian rockets fly over their heads, but obviously no deaths in that vicinity. I got quite lucky. Same with family. I don't think I've actually For the amount of war that my fucking half of my family has lived through, I don't think any of them have actually died in war yet. Touch wood. Do you feel better living in Scotland? I mean, always, yeah. Always. You don't need a shooting for me to feel that way. Your family lived through the war on Christmas in 07. Yeah, that was a rough one, wasn't it? Oh, wait. Ethan. People telling me I'm making it about myself are doing the exact same thing as people saying, not now after a school shooting. No fucking shit I'm making about myself. I'm rightfully worried about me and my family's safety. I'm not going to wait for someone to try to kill me to speak up. Disgusting stark-brained freaks like Taylor Lorenz retweet this bullshit. Well, Taylor, you and all the other leftist freaks that regularly call for political violence are right to be nervous about the developing news, because if it turns out this person was influenced by any of you, the jig is up. You'll be fully exposed for what you are. And even if he wasn't, it's only a matter of time if you continue the violent rhetoric. Stop! Adjust course now before it's too late for the next victim. Stop for yourself. At the very least, out of self-preservation, you do not want to be known as the person that pushed someone over the edge. Again, it's like okay, two things. One, if any left-wing whatever shooter claimed to be radicalized by Noah or Taylor or Hassan or bada, like no one would give a fuck. Like these people don't give they won't care. But like I remember Christchurch, okay, and thinking. I remember Christchurch happening and thinking, okay, that's a layup. Like, really? Sargon and Fuentes are going to debate this with, like, Destiny and Hassan, like, right after it's happened, and he's using all the same rhetoric that all these people used about white replacement and shit like that. Again, it's never, oh, we got him. They'll never get out of this. They always have an out. They always have an out. Yeah, I mean, I don't really necessarily blame him for making it about himself in a way, because obviously, or like, because a lot of the threats that Charlie would have gotten every day, like he gets too, right? And they're probably from similar people with similar rhetoric and similar justifications. So yeah, it must not be nice, especially when your address is out there and people are walking around LA like stalking you and shit. Yeah, it only takes one. So. But yeah, I think from a political analysis, it's maybe losing sight for the fact that the worst offenders is still, it's from the top, it's from the president. Anyone ever feel radicalized to violence by Lonerbox? I'm sure people who don't like me feel radicalized to violence by me. Yeah, I've got a lot of haters, guys. I've got lots of haters. I think I probably have more haters than I have fans. Hey.